WDPN studio, it's time for live and local sports talk. It's the Sam Bourquin Show.
I'm ready.
Give the show a call at 330-821-1310.
Good call, meatball.
Watch the Sam Bourquin Show on the AM 1310 Facebook page, the Q92 YouTube page, and on X. This is the Sam Bourquin Show on AM 1310 WDPN.
Wembanyama against Robinson goes inside and the left-handed slam. The Wemby extension, and it's back to a three-point lead. 6 to shoot. Fox splits the defense, throws in the corner. Champagny puts it up, puts it in. Champagny red hot here in the first half. Final seconds knocked away. And quarter number 2 comes to an end. Champagny 5 of 6 from three-point range. Cassell, tough catch. Hart pokes it away from Wemby. Here comes Brunson. Stutter dribble, drives inside. Lamb backs it in. Jalen Brunson coming alive again. It's a 6-point lead. Timeout, San Antonio.
Cam with a base hit. Astros will take the lead. In the score, Christian Walker. Here comes Paredes. He is going to score as well. 11-9. What a comeback. 2 outs, nobody on.
3 bunt hits in his career. Last one was 4 years ago.
Put the bunt bat away. Sends a high drive to deep right and goodbye.
Oh, it's not a goodbye. It's a hello. Welcome into the Sam Bourquin Show, everybody. AM 1310 WDPN. We've got another beautiful day, another big show. Sam Bourquin here, Ryan Rainsberg on the other side of the glass.
As I am.
Happy Thursday, everybody. Phone lines are open, 330-821-1310. Text line, 330-924-7088. And as always, the Q92 Radio YouTube channel is rocking and rolling. You can watch the show live, listen to the show live. We got the chat open today. Again, that's on the Q92 Radio YouTube channel. Oh, tough to come inside today again. Boy, we've been blessed. 83 in sunshine right now. Low humidity, not a cloud in the sky. Just absolutely beautiful out. But it's going to heat up this weekend. If you've been paying attention to our guy, Mark Johnson, it's going to get soupy coming up here Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So enjoy maybe the last really comfortable day here in the Northeast Ohio, and especially Alliance here. Big show coming up today. The Guardians, as we speak, are trying to sweep the New York Yankees. All right, we'll get you an update coming up here in a couple of minutes. Guards won last night. They won Tuesday night, so they're going for a rare 3-game sweep in the Bronx. We'll keep you updated. Canton Central Catholic, Youngstown Cardinal Mooney in action at Thurman Munson Stadium. As we speak, Division IV Regional Championship game. We'll get you some updates on that big game as well. Stanley Cup tonight, Game 2, between Carolina and the Las Vegas Golden Knights. Vegas leads that best-of-7, 1-0. The Knicks, I had a feeling, beat the Spurs last night. Not only did they cover with the 4.5, they won the game outright. And boy, they looked good. They just, maybe this is their year. Maybe this is it. For the first time since Willis Reed, it looks like the New York Knicks are, I know, I should probably settle down. It's only one game. But they looked really good last night. They lead the best-of-7 NBA Finals 1-0. Game 2 tomorrow night in San Antonio. What else we got going on here? Coming up at 5 o'clock today, we've got 3 more high school baseball regional championship games to follow for you. Lake Center Christian, Jackson, and North Canton Hoover all going for regional championships today, along with Canton Central Catholic. So we got our eyes on 4 games today, and we'll keep you in touch with what's going on. Browns minicamp continues today. We will talk to our guy, Fred Greetham, from the Orange and Brown Report. He will join us tomorrow at 3:35 here on the show, 1310 WDPN. And if that's not enough, don't forget, tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., right here on 1310 WDPN and all of our social media platforms, X, Facebook, YouTube, we will have the Division III state softball semifinal between the Louisville Leopards and Mansfield Madison. That will be tomorrow morning at 10. We'll bring you the broadcast live from Firestone Stadium in Akron. So I know a lot of you got to work tomorrow. You can't get away. We will have you covered. Live coverage, free coverage of the Louisville softball game tomorrow, 10 a.m. right here on 1310 WDPN, Q90 Sport. Oh, you know where to go. It's all the social media platforms. We'll be on tomorrow at 10. And we are looking forward to that. So best of luck to the Leopards, and maybe they can get a shot in the state championship game coming up Saturday night. That would be at 8 o'clock. And if the Leopards are there, we will be there as well. All right, Rainsburg, did you watch any of the game last night? Did you watch any of the Knicks and the Spurs?
Oh, so unfortunately, it's on ABC, not NBC, so I did not have access to it.
Oh,
I watched the highlight package this morning, the about 18-minute video, so I saw a good chunk of it.
I'll tell you what, you're not the only one that got hosed. Did you see there's another fight, another skirmish between the cable company and was it Scripps? I think the if you have ABC, if you have Channel 5, you can't get the game.
Oh, nice.
Because they're fighting again, so you can't get the game, and you can't get the Stanley Cup Finals either. That's on ABC. So boy, if I was in that camp, I would be vehemently hot about now.
Yeah,
because I know
bet.
a lot of people the last two nights they were watching the Guards. And they say, hey, I'm going to flip over to watch the hockey, or I'll flip over and I'll watch the NBA. Oh, no, you won't. No, it's that black screen. It's got all the wordage on there that there's a fight, there's a lockout going on, and the companies haven't come to terms on an agreement to show the programming, and you can't get it. Boy, am I glad I found another way to get my television programming. That's all I'm going to say. So, yeah, a lot of you out there couldn't watch the game last night.
That's all you can
stinks.
say.
That really is all I can say, and I won't say anymore. But I thought that Spurs had I know they had a 14-point lead last night, but I didn't. If I was a Spurs fan, I didn't really feel 100,000% safe. You know what I mean? In the NBA, 14-point leads are they're a dime a dozen. And the way the Knicks have been playing, and I'll tell you what, the only thing I could think about last night, watching the Knicks, watching them come back, watching them fight and scrap and just grind it out. And I'm watching this guy wear number 11 for New York, and his name is Jalen Brunson. And two things came across my mind last night. One, the Dallas Mavericks have to be so pissed that they let him go and let him get away. They've got to be furious. That guy is a pillar. He is a pillar of that team in New York. And the Mavericks had him and didn't want to pay him, and they let him get away. That's the first thing I thought of. The second thing, and probably the more important thing, I watched Jalen Brunson do last night what we should have been watching Donovan Mitchell do every night in the NBA playoffs. And I'll be 100% honest with you, I started getting a little angry. Because what Jalen Brunson did last night, Jalen Brunson does almost every night. And I'm trying to figure out why we don't get that out of Donovan Mitchell. Why don't we get that? Why don't we get that big performance on the big stage, under the bright lights, when things are tough? Why don't we get that from Donovan? We get it, but we only get it in little pieces. Maybe we'll get it 2 games in the first series, maybe a game and a half in the second series. We'll get it for a game in the Eastern Conference Finals. That's not good enough. And for a superstar, for a star who is looked at as a superstar and who is paid like a superstar, I'm not getting enough out of Donovan Mitchell. And this isn't sour grapes because the Cavs aren't in the NBA Finals. Knicks are the better team. Knicks are the better team. Better coached. More passion. More hunger. More effort. More everything. More intangibles. But what I saw Jalen Brunson do last night on the road to open up the NBA Finals, I thought, man, why don't we get this out of number 45? Why don't we get that? I want to know. I want an answer. I don't care who gives it to me, but I want an answer. Why don't we get the same output, the same juice, the same I got this attitude from Donovan Mitchell as I see every night that I watch the Knicks play, and Jalen Brunson is doing it for them? And you could talk a little bit about the surrounding cast. You could talk about coaching. You can talk about everything else. But at the end of the day, players play. Players give effort. Players are hungry. Players want to win. How bad do you want to win? How bad do you want it? And Jalen Brunson wants it. He wants it. He's not afraid of the moment. He's not afraid to drive in the paint. He's not afraid to take the big shot. He's not afraid to get in your grill and play a little one-on-one defense out at the midcourt line. He's not afraid to cherish the basketball and take care of it. I don't mean to make this a thing about Donovan today, but that's what I saw. When I watched the game last night, I thought of 2 things. Boy, the Mavericks got to be kicking themselves. They didn't re-sign Jalen Brunson. And number 2, I need Donovan Mitchell to play like Jalen Brunson. Those are the 2 things that popped into my head. Anybody else feel that way? Anybody else to watch the game last night that kind of pop into your head at all? Man, why can't our guys do that?
I know, like Karl Anthony Towns, he went on that knee injury for a few minutes or however long he was out. And then he came back in and was just going insane.
Yeah. And that's Karl Anthony Towns.
Exactly.
Who's a little bit of a flake. Okay. Karl Anthony Towns plays like our guys do sometimes. He's there, but he's not really there. Sometimes he's plugged in, sometimes he's not. Some nights he looks like the greatest thing in the world. Other nights you're wondering how the guy even put on a uniform. But at the end of the day, the New York Knicks put it on the San Antonio Spurs last night, and Jalen Brunson was the biggest reason that they did it. And good for them. Game 2 will be coming up tomorrow night in San Antonio. And here's another thing about the Knicks. Okay, so they got game 1 last night. Most teams would be thrilled, happy. You stole the first game. You beat the Spurs in their own crib. You got a 1-0 lead. You think the New York Knicks are happy with that? You think they went to bed last night or got up this morning and said, mission accomplished. Let's just go out and see what happens Friday, but we're coming back home. Hell no, they're not thinking that way. They're thinking about sweeping the first 2 games on the road. That's the mentality that the New York Knicks have. They're greedy. They won both games. They want to go home 2-0. And they want to walk onto the floor at Madison Square Garden with that place going absolutely insane. They're not going to go out there tomorrow night and say, oh, well, we'll see how it goes.
That shouldn't be anybody's mentality.
It shouldn't be, but it is. It shouldn't be, but it is.
You should not be kicking up your feet after a game 1 win.
No.
Good Lord.
And the New York Knicks will not. That's why I think they're a very dangerous play. Very dangerous play tomorrow night.
Purple Suit asks, does a Knicks finals sweep take a little sting out of the Cavs choke job?
Oh, man, I don't know. Not really.
No.
No. I used to think like that when I was like 30 years ago. I used to think like that. Well, if okay, so and so beat us, so if so and so goes on to win the title, I won't feel so bad. Nah. that doesn't wash with me. So I guess Purple Suit, to answer the question, though. I just kind of did it a little roundabout way. That doesn't. I used to think like that. By the way, the Spurs are a 5.5-point favorite Friday night against the Knicks. The total right now is sitting at 214.5. Spurs were 4.5 last night and lost. Now Vegas has them at 5.5 tomorrow night. Interesting. We'll take a break. 25 minutes past the hour. 330-821-1310. Get those comments in the Q92 Radio YouTube channel. We got the chat open. You can always text the show at 330-924-7088. We'll take a break. We'll come back.
AWP Safety, North America's leading traffic safety company, is hiring traffic control flaggers, and they need you. Join AWP as a protector for steady work and an important job keeping people safe. They offer paid training, certification, referral bonuses, and advancement opportunities. To apply, visit jobs.awpsafety.com. That's jobs.awpsafety.com.
Looking for something the whole family will love? Join us at the 2026 Canton Greek Fest, June 4th through 6th at St. Haralambus Greek Orthodox Church at 251 25th Street Northwest in Canton. Enjoy delicious homemade Greek favorites like gyros and pastries, live music, traditional dancing, and fun activities for kids of all ages. Experience the sights, sounds, and flavors of Greece right here in Canton, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. each day. Bring your friends, bring your family, free admission, and free on-site parking. Visit CantonGreekFest.com for all the details.
I'm Angela Bassett. As a first responder on screen, I know what it means to act fast in an emergency. In real life, the same urgency can save lives, especially when it comes to a food allergy. For 33 million Americans, one bite can turn an ordinary meal into a life-threatening reaction. And too often, they don't have the one thing that could save them, epinephrine. But emergencies don't wait. And when a severe reaction happens, being prepared makes all the difference. Now, there's a needle-free option, a new way to carry epinephrine that makes it easier than ever to be ready. No needles, no hesitation, because when the unexpected happens, the best thing you can do is be ready. Know the risk, know the options, be ready to act. Learn more at foodallergy.org/ready to act.
All right, bottom of the 7th inning in New York, the Yankees and the Guardians are tied at 1. Good battle in the Bronx today. Guards won, Yanks won, bottom of the 7th in New York. Yankees are coming to the plate. A couple of other games we can tell you about. Phillies lead the Padres 6-2 in the 8th. Orioles are smacking the Red Sox around 8-1 in the 6th. Top of the 5th, Giants lead the Brewers by the score of 4-1. NHL tonight, Hurricanes and the Golden Knights, 8 o'clock face-off. Vegas leads that best of 7 1-0.
Hall of Fame City checking in with an update for us. He says Central takes a 2-1 lead.
All right.
So
Thank you, Hall of Fame City.
At the Central game for us.
All right. Not sure what inning there, but the Hall of Fame City, thank you for the update. And keep those coming. Keep those coming. Central Mooney, 2-1. That game started at 2 o'clock. I mean, that's got to be That's got to be getting close to the end, I would think. But as soon as we get some more updates, we'll be sure to pass those along. Don't forget, Lake Center Christian, North Canton, Hoover, and Jackson, they play at 5 o'clock today for their baseball regional championships. And don't forget, tomorrow morning, Louisville Leopard fans, we will have the live broadcast of the Louisville State semifinal softball game tomorrow. The Leopards take on Mansfield-Madison. That is a 10 a.m. first pitch. God, I love 10 o'clock first pitches. Oh, not really. From Firestone Stadium, we'll be there. First pitch at 10 right here at 1310 WDPN and all of our social media platforms. And shout out to the Lady Leps and see if they can get that done tomorrow. If they win tomorrow, we'll have the championship game for you Saturday night. Under the lights at 8 p.m. So go Leps tomorrow. If you can't make it to the game, we'll have it for you right here on 1310 WDPN. All right, the bottom of the 7th in New York, there's one out. Yankees have a runner at first. It's still Cleveland and New York tied at 1. Ready for the news and weather? Here you go.
Here's the latest news on AM 1310 WDPN.
Good afternoon. It's 3:30. President Trump and House Republican leaders lost in their bid to defeat a Democratic-led resolution Wednesday to limit the president's authority to wage war in Iran. The House voted 215 to 208. Resolution sponsored by New York Representative Gregory Meeks would direct U.S. forces to be removed from hostilities against Iran other than those necessary to defend the United States or an ally from an imminent attack. The Senate must also pass a resolution before restrictions can take effect. Republican Representatives Warren Davidson of Ohio, Thomas Massey of Kentucky, Brian Fitzpatrick of Pennsylvania, and Tom Barrett of Michigan joined Democrats in passing the resolution. Former National Security Advisor John Bolton will plead guilty to unlawfully retaining classified information while working in President Trump's first administration. CNN reported Thursday the 77-year-old was indicted in October on 18 counts of illegally hoarding or sending sensitive information. Hearing scheduled for June 26th in Greenbelt, Maryland, federal court. The Southern Poverty Law Center paid people who wanted to leave extremist groups such as the Ku Klux Klan to stay in them. According to newly filed court documents, 2 individuals informed the SPLC in 2010 they feared for their safety from other Klan members and wanted to leave the movement. After seeing media reports about the SPLC paying to help a person leave an extremist group, an employee invited the people to Montgomery, Alabama, and encouraged them to stay in the Klan. The people were offered $1,200 per month plus expenses if they stayed, which they did. Another Klan member who also led the National Socialist Party of America and a faction of the Aryan nations reached out to discuss leaving the movement. The SPLC offered the man a monthly salary of $2,500 plus expenses. The man used money from the SPLC to travel to rallies, financially support other extremist organizations, and recruit new members. The president claimed Democrats are trying to steal the California gubernatorial and Los Angeles mayoral primaries and launched a probe into the state's sluggish vote count. President Trump commenting today about how votes in California are trickling in 2 days after polls closed and results of the elections might not be known for several weeks. Since California accepts vote-by-mail ballots that can be postmarked by Election Day and received later, final results might not be known for weeks. Only 56% of the vote has been counted. Steve Hilton, a former aide to ex-British Prime Minister David Cameron, leads the way for governor. The top 2 candidates, irrespective of party, will face each other in November's general election. Dr. Angus Dalgleish, professor emeritus of oncology at the University of London, told a hearing in Washington he witnessed patients unexpectedly develop cancer after receiving COVID vaccines built with mRNA technology. He said, "I have no doubt in my mind the mRNA vaccine likely played a significant role in the development of these unexpected cancers." Wisconsin Senator Ron Johnson, chairman of the Senate Permanent Subcommittee on Investigations, hosted the hearing. The frequent critic of COVID vaccines said it was important not to wait for definitive proof to warn the public about possible dangers. Federal Vaccine Committee advised the CDC to scale back recommendations for COVID vaccination. It did so, but that update was blocked in March by a federal judge. An appeal is pending. 82 degrees at 3:33 for WDPN News. I'm Clint Marshall.
Now, the Alliance Aerial Weather Forecast from Mark Johnson on AM 1310 WDPN.
A warm, dry Thursday afternoon to get outside, do some yard work, mainly sunny skies all day long. Our high warm, dry 84. Overnight, partly cloudy skies, humidity going up tonight. Our low 61. From the 3 News Weather Center, I'm Mark Johnson.
1310 WDPN. Welcome back to the Sam Bourquin Show. Phone lines open, 330-821-1310. You can comment, send us your thoughts, send us what is on your mind. We got the Q92 Radio YouTube channel up. The chat is wide open. Rainsburg, you got some updates on the baseball over there, and not good news.
No, Hall of Fame City says Mooney rallies for 4 in the bottom of the 4th to take a 5-2 lead going into the 5th.
So Cardinal Mooney 5, Central Catholic 2. They go to the top of the 5th at Thurman Munson Stadium in Canton. Let's see here.
We had a question for you when we came into what was
okay.
Somebody wanted to know if who you think is going to win between Jackson and Perrysburg in the regional finals today.
How do I say this without saying it? Let me put it this way. If things were normal with the Jackson pitching rotation, I would say Jackson would have a really good chance today. Unfortunately, that's not the case, so they really have to battle. I mean, there's some stuff going on there. I'm not really privy to say it because it's just that's just what it is. So it'll be tough for Jackson today. Can they win? Absolutely, but it might be a little bit more difficult than normally would be. Perrysburg's got a good program. They really do. Hoover will be playing at 5 o'clock up in Oberlin today. They will play Brecksville in their regional championship. Lake Center Christian plays today at 5. I think they play at 5. And their chance to go to the state title as well. So best of luck to Coach Ashby, Coach Gamble, and Coach Byler. And we'll see if Central can get a rally. They trail Mooney 5-2 now on the top of the 5th at Munson. All right, we came out of the chute today with a big bang. And I forgot to tell you our 3-question Thursday quiz questions. So I figured at, 37 minutes after we started, I'd get that to you. So here you go. Get the comments in. Get them in. Facebook, X, Twitter, YouTube chat. Here we go. Question number 1 on the 3-question Thursday quiz. Number 1, who wins the NBA Finals? The New York Knicks or the San Antonio Spurs? Who wins? That's not an easy question. And I'm giving this to you after the Knicks have taken a 1-0 lead.
Still not really an easy question.
Still not an easy question.
No.
Question number 2. About how many times a week do you get your car washed? And whether you're doing the washing or you take it through a drive-through car wash, about how many times a week do you get your car washed? Or do you go like once a month? I thought that would be a fun question today, especially with it being summertime. You want to have your car looking nice. Come on, let's be honest. And question number 3, give me a movie that was so bad that it was actually good. Give me a movie that is so bad that it's actually good. 330-821-1310, 330-821-1310. Get your comments in on our social media platforms, X, Facebook, the Q92 Radio YouTube channel. Sean says, Knicks, he gets the car washed 1 or 2 times a month. The movie Meatballs, he said it was so bad that it was good. You know, I've never seen that movie.
I haven't either.
I've never seen it. So it must be bad.
Must
be bad. I don't know. I shouldn't say that. I've seen my share of bad movies.
I love bad movies.
And what's even worse, I've seen my share of bad movies that I thought were good.
Yep.
And they turned out to not be. Jerry checking in says he'll take the Knicks to win the series. He says, my car gets washed whenever a bird uses his windshield for a toilet. Movie so bad it was good, Night Patrol. I haven't seen Night Patrol.
Nope.
Brian Christian checking in today. He'll say, "Ooh, how about this? He got the Spurs in 5. I think San Antonio's going to win the next 4." Wow. Once a week, he'll wash the car. Now, this is an interesting answer to the question. A movie so bad that it's good. I don't. Maybe Brian didn't quite get what I was going for here, but he says the movie Obsession made him laugh in parts, but not as scary as what people think. Oh. That is on the list. I do want to go see that.
Okay.
It's gotten pretty good. I think it got like 97 Rotten Tomatoes, so that's got to be pretty good.
I'm so excited to see Obsession. I've heard nothing but good things.
So
I want to see it so bad.
Definitely going to see that.
I can see how it would probably, I can imagine how it would probably put some people off, though.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I've heard the girl who's in it, like the main star, she does not love watching it back.
She what?
She doesn't like watching the movie that she was in. Because it's a pretty messed up movie, as I understand it.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
But the ratings are out of this world.
No, it's not that it's a bad movie. It's just a really...
Okay.
Well, like you were talking about, they had to cut a scene out because it was so explicit.
They had to cut several.
Yeah.
They cut 6 scenes out. Not sex scenes. 6, well, they may have been. I don't know. Anyway, okay. Let's see here. Andy says Spurs will win the series. He gets his car washed once a month. Problem Child. The movie so bad it was good. Who was in Problem Child?
That sounds familiar.
I don't. Boy, my eyes are being opened up today with these movies. This is good. Kim checking in down there in Texas. Of course, she's got the Spurs to win the series. She gets her car washed about every 2 weeks. Movie so bad that it's good, Spaceballs. Now, I have seen that.
Spaceballs is deliberately bad, though.
And it's deliberately bad and...
Bad by design.
I've watched enough of it to appreciate the badness.
Oh, yeah.
Does that make sense?
I'm a Mel Brooks fan. He's got a few. Yeah. He's got a few. Young Frankenstein, obviously.
So I'll go with that one. All right, George checking in. Spurs boy, nobody's picking the Knicks. Nobody. Spurs win the series. Gets his car washed twice a week. That boy, George. Movie so bad that it's good. The Rocky Horror Picture Show. Would you believe I have never seen the Rocky Horror Picture Show?
I think I have once. I do love
and that's a thing. Like that's an event. That's an event. Like you go to the theater and
it's a big deal.
You throw stuff and you do things, and I've never done it. Never saw it. Never like they used to hold the Rocky Horror Picture Show movies all the time at the Palace downtown.
It was
Canton.
Huge.
And you couldn't get in.
Yeah,
but I'm
a huge Tim Curry fan, but it has nothing to do with that movie. It has to do with so many other incredible movies that he's been in.
I'm trying to think, off the top of my head.
He was Pennywise the Clown in It. The 80s It, not the new one.
Oh, okay. All right.
He's a character actor. That's why you don't remember him in a lot of stuff, but he was in more than you think.
Okay. Well, that makes 100,000% sense right there.
Dong Bobbler on YouTube says Knicks in 5. Then he says car wash with a question mark. So no, I'm unfortunately with Dong Bobbler. I never wash my car. He says Dumb and Dumber should have an Oscar or 2.
Now, Dumb and Dumber was so bad it was good.
Yeah, that's a lot of Jim Carrey's work.
A lot of stuff there. Now the one that they redid, awful.
Both of them.
Awful.
They made 2 sequels to that.
They did?
Yeah.
With Jim Carrey?
Well, yeah, there was a sequel and then a prequel. The prequel came out a couple years after the original, I think.
Oh,
it's terrible.
Okay. Well, all right.
That's why you haven't heard of it.
Okay. Well, I saw the sequel and forget about the prequel because the sequel was awful. Question number 1, who wins the series, Knicks or the Spurs? Question number 2, how many times a week do you get your car washed? Question number 3, a movie so bad that it's good. Get those comments in right now on all of our social media platforms. Again, Canton Central Catholic trailing Youngstown Cardinal Mooney 5-2, top of the 5th inning at Thurman Munson Stadium. Hoover, Jackson, Lake Center Christian all going for regional baseball championships today. Those games will begin at 5 p.m. Let's see. Before we take a break, let me check out the Major League Baseball scoreboard here real quick. See if we can dial up a little update for the Yankees and the Guardians. Last we saw was bottom of the 7th inning. The Yankees and the Guardians were tied at 1. Yankees had a runner on first base and 1 out. And I'm willing to bet that there's an update, but of course, well.
Before we go to the break, Hall of Fame City says Crusaders get 2 in the top of the 5th to close the gap to 5-4. Mooney leads after 5.5 innings.
Okay. All right. Come on, Crusaders. Come on. A little Sam Bourquin Show karma from yesterday. Let's rally. Let's rally the troops down there at Munson Stadium. Sam, Knicks will win the series in 7. I get my car washed once or twice a week. I have a membership, so I have to go. Movie so bad that it was good. Spaceballs. Got another one. I'm trying to think movies that I've seen that were so bad that they were good. And I know there's a lot of them out there.
I think one people are going to know that I've seen.
I'm just trying to, like, off the top of my head, I can't. They're just not coming to me right now. Movies so bad that they're good.
I'm a fan of everything Roland Emmerich makes. He made The Day After Tomorrow and 2012. All those disaster movies. Those are all terrible, and I love them.
Okay. Yeah, there's something to be said about a really horrible movie.
Yep.
That ends up somehow passing the grade and being good. Okay, Yankees have taken a lead 2-1 over the Guardians. Bottom of the 8th. Okay. Well, that game is scooting. That was a 135 first pitch. Ooh, great pitching in the Bronx today. Maybe we'll get a little Chase DeLauder magic here in the 9th inning, maybe. Come on, Guards. I want to get a sweep of New York. You know how many times over the years when I was growing up, and I know a lot of you too, you know how many times the Yankees would just come into Cleveland and just sweep even at the old Municipal Stadium or even at Jacobs Field, we had a couple. The Yankees would just literally, they would come to town, throw their glove on the field, and they would sweep us. But we could never do that there. Even at the old historic Yankee Stadium and now the new one. I would love to get a sweep of New York. That would make the plane ride from New York to Texas so much better. Because the Guards are right back at it tomorrow. Like they got the Rangers tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday, and then the Yankees come to see. Now watch and see what happens. The Yankees are going to come to Cleveland next Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So let's see if we can get a little sweep today, but the Yanks lead Guardians 2-1 now in the 8th inning at Yankee Stadium. Let's see here. George says, Sam, I forgot to add, I just washed my car today.
I think I've been thinking to myself for the past month, every day I get in my car, that I really need to wash it. So I'm getting there.
Yeah.
It's on the list.
That's another funny story about growing up. Do you remember when going to get the car washed was a big deal?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like it was cool. It was fun. Like mom or dad would say, hey, want to go get the car wash? And you would spring out of from what you were doing and run to the car. And you'd be tugging on the handle. Let me in. We're going to go wash the car. Oh, it was a huge deal. It was an event. It was like going to McDonald's growing up. It was an event. Honest to God.
It's amazing, yeah.
The simplest things were the most genuine. Yeah, hey, you want to go wash the car? Want to go get the car washed? Oh, yeah, let's go. And we would always go to Protecto. That's where we went. Obviously, that has not been around for decades. But for those that remember, Protecto was on, was it Hills and Dales? And it was over where now that the Grinders is, and that plaza over there between Fulton and Hills and Dales. And we would go there. We would usually go on a Saturday. And they would clean the inside, the outside. This is where you got out of your car. They drove it through, and you got to watch the car being washed from inside the building. You would peek through the little windows. So we were little thrashers back then. So my sister and I, we would climb up on these steps, and we would put our hands around our face, and we would peek in, and we would watch the car being washed. And we just thought that was the coolest thing ever. And we would go from the one window to the next window to the next window. All right, one more window. Okay, we're good. Then you'd walk up. Mom or Dad would pay I think it was like $5, maybe not even that much. And then they would towel dry the car for you. They'd do the inside and out. They'd vacuum. And then they had this most incredible air freshener scent. And that's the only place that had it. And I always remember, that was Protecto. And we would get in the car. It was beautiful. It was so clean. It smelled so good. We didn't even put the windows down. It was so nice. And we would drive off and go off to our next destination. But yeah, going to get the car washed as a kid was like Christmas Day. And then, hey, want to go to Mickey D's? Oh, well, take me now. I've lived life.
My dad's favorite thing pulling out of the car wash was to, how did he describe it? Air dry the car with speed.
Yes. Yes. No towels. Just drive fast. It'll dry.
All right, good. Good to know that's just a normal thing.
Yeah.
That was the best part. You get to hang a left out of the car wash and just gas it.
Mike checking in today. Sammy B, all the retro feels today. Love it. Yeah. I'm so old, I remember when tires had white walls on them. And
God, I love white wall tires.
And you had to clean those like separately from the tire, which was kind of a chore, but it was part of the deal back then. All right, still bottom of the 8th. Yankees lead the Guardians 2-1. We've got 2 outs, nobody on. So we got a hold serve here. We got to get one in the 9th coming up. So we'll keep you on top of that situation. Central Catholic trailing Mooney 5-4. Munson Stadium. They're in the bottom of the 5th inning. All right. Get that 3-question Thursday quiz rolling. Question number 1. Who wins the NBA Finals, Knicks or the Spurs? Question 2. How many times a week do you get your car washed? Question number 3. Give me a movie that is so bad that it's good. Let us know. We'll take a break. We'll come back. 330-821-1310. It's the Sam Bourquin Show.
Do you have trouble getting in and out of the bathtub? Are you afraid you'll slip and fall entering or exiting a tub? Safe Step walk-in tubs can transform your bathtub from an area of concern to a calming refuge. Call them today at 1-800-498-2098 and save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs and showers are proudly made in Tennessee and offer an ultra-low step-in, avoiding that difficult climb over a traditional bathtub wall. They also offer a variety of therapeutic benefits that may help soothe your aching muscles and joints, increasing your mobility, boosting your energy, and improving your sleep. Safe Step walk-in tubs are designed to easily fit your existing tub space and are often installed in as little as 1 day. Just dial 1-800-498-2098 today to save $1,600 and receive a free shower package. That's 1-800-498-2098 for a free no-obligation consultation and to save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs. Safety never felt so good.
How's Tommy doing now?
Much better.
You said it was asthma?
Yeah, he started with this cough and then he was wheezing.
That's terrifying.
Doctor said hidden triggers can make it worse. Things like dust, mold, and even pests.
Pests?
Yeah, droppings and allergens from cockroaches and rodents can seriously impact children with asthma or allergies.
I had no idea.
We're making sure our home stays pest-free.
Don't let pests put your family's health at risk. Visit pestworld.org to learn more. A public service message from the National Pest Management Association.
Being blind doesn't always look how others may think. Stargardt disease was supposed to define me. Retinitis pigmentosa aimed to overwhelm my family.
It tried to cut me down. A blinding eye disease attempted to force me away from doing what I was born to do.
But it cannot stop me. I have the tools.
I will keep moving forward.
Pushing past the limits of this disability.
I know where to find support and where I can be seen.
Great vision doesn't require great sight. Innovative research, educational resources, supportive community. The Foundation Fighting Blindness is leading the charge in finding treatments and cures for blinding diseases. Make your impact today. Donate now at fightingblindness.org. A public service message from the Foundation Fighting Blindness.
Sam, are we too highfalutin as a society today to have bikini car washes anymore? I don't.
Dong Bobbler with the decor. Every time.
Well, you think about it. Most of the car washes now, there's hardly anybody there.
Mm-hmm.
So there would be, nobody to get into a bikini because there's nobody there.
I mean, Bucket or Dong Bobbler, if you want, we can put some bikinis on the machines for you or something. That make you feel better. We'll get some robots with some bikinis. The future is now.
That's right.
The AI is here, so we could have bikini car washes back.
I bet you they still have them. Like in California.
Oh yeah, places where it's
Texas,
nice all year round.
Florida.
Mm-hmm.
South Carolina. I bet you they've got some of those. I wonder what those cost.
More.
Well, yeah. To have 7 or 8 ladies in a bikini washing your car.
They have a staff.
What would that cost?
They have an actual staff, unlike any around here.
And then, what else is going on there too?
Exactly.
Just kind of let your imagination go with that.
Those girls are always getting exploited anyway.
Sure. Well, how about all the early MTV videos back in the day?
Yeah.
And they would, so that's basically what you're looking at there.
Free advertising.
Yeah. 3-question Thursday quiz. Number 1, who wins? Knicks, Spurs. Number 2, how many times a week do you get your car washed? Question number 3, give me a movie that's so bad that it's good.
Couple more.
What do you got up there? I got a couple over here.
Hall of Fame City answered. Knicks he just says Knicks are going to win. He never washes his car. And Idiocracy is a movie that's so bad it's good.
Idiocracy.
And I would argue
Never
all day, Dong Bobbler, that movie is a masterpiece. There's nothing bad about it. It's incredible.
Never heard of it.
I'm a Mike Judge fan.
Well,
I said Dong Bobbler.
I gotta get with these. I gotta get with these bad movies because I don't know what's going on.
Idiocracy is not a bad movie. It's an unfortunate view of what the future is going to be like in another couple hundred years, but that's fine. That's the funniest part about it.
Dougie in the PTO, Spurs in 7. He gets his car washed once a week. Oh, Doug says the movie Beethoven was so bad that it was good.
Which one?
I liked Beethoven.
So many of those.
There's at least 3 or 4.
I remember those were coming out when I was a kid in the 90s.
Yeah.
They kept making them. There's 6 of those things.
Doug says Beethoven, and then he puts in parentheses about a dog. I thought Beethoven was good.
Look, Ryan, it's got what plants crave, okay?
Jennifer, Knicks will win the series. She says she goes through a car wash Movies are either good or bad.
She doesn't have the gene.
Huh? Movies are either good or bad. No, they can be both.
No, there's this weird thing that happens where a movie is so bad that it makes you laugh because it's so terrible that you just laugh at it the whole time.
Exactly.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah. Jim Vogt checking in says he doesn't care who wins the NBA Finals. Thanks, Jim. Once a week for the car wash. He says the movie Major League is so bad that it's good. I thought Major League was pretty good.
No, I've not seen that one. Tom Hanks is in that, right?
No.
Or is that the Charlie Sheen one?
That's Charlie Sheen.
Okay, I can see that now. That makes more
Major
sense.
League One was good. Major League One was very good. Major League Two, and then he should have stopped there.
He made 1, 2.
He should have stopped there.
No.
Yeah, that was enough. All right, we got the news coming up here. Clint Marshall ready to go in the AM 1310 WDPN newsroom. Mark Johnson with our weather. Well, it's going to heat up this weekend. We got 1 hour in the books, 2 more big wins to go here on the Sam Bourquin Show. Let's hang out here, everybody. 1310 WDPN.
News, weather, sports, local information, and music 24 hours a day. This is AM 1310 WDPN Alliance.
ABC News, I'm Brian Clark. Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche says he's honored and humbled by President Trump's plan to nominate him to the position permanently. It's not clear if Blanche will have enough support from Republicans in the Senate, and ABC's Peter Haralambous has more on some pushback.
We've already seen some pushback from career prosecutors who've since left the Department of Justice. In a statement today, they opposed the nomination. They said Blanche has basically never stopped being Donald Trump's personal lawyer, and that confirming him would be a, quote, rejection of the rule of law.
President Trump today is set to announce a $700 million initiative on coal projects, including building 2 new coal plants. Ukraine's foreign minister says a letter from President Zelensky to Russia's Vladimir Putin contains a serious and meaningful proposal to end the war that would see the 2 leaders meet in person. And the NBA's banned 2 people from its arenas for life after one of them ran onto the court during Game 1 of the NBA Finals last night in San Antonio and took a selfie. This is ABC News.
Did you hear? Allstate car insurance now costs even less. So when you bundle with home, you can save even more. Check Allstate first to bundle and save with a new lower auto rate. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings may vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Wait, everything on this IHOP value menu is just $6?
I told you it was amazing. A huge plate of pancakes, bacon, and eggs is just $6.
Wow.
There's also French toast, a ham and cheese omelet, and oh, they got a BLT and fries now.
Okay, we're coming here every day.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Feast for just $6 with the IHOP value menu. $7 in some locations, available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
Now, the latest Alliance area news from Clint Marshall on AM 1310 WDPN.
Good afternoon. It's 4:02. The Canton man facing charges after police say he fired shots near an auto dealership in the city. 19-year-old James Morris was arrested Wednesday and charged with felonious assault, weapons under disability, discharging a firearm in a school safety zone and tampering with evidence. Shots were fired Saturday in the 500 block of 15th Street Northwest near Kempthorne Auto, striking several vehicles and nearly hitting 2 people. Shell casings were found in a nearby school playground. Morris allegedly tried to hide a gun in a backyard on 15th. He's scheduled for arraignment Friday in Canton Municipal Court. A high-speed police chase in Marlborough Township leads to an arrest. 25-year-old Travis McCown of Lake Township was taken into custody today in connection with the April 21st incident. He faces charges of failure to comply, obstructing official business, and driving on a suspended license. Pursuit began after an officer responded to a report of a vehicle in a residence yard on Alberta Beach Street Northeast. McCown, who police believe was intoxicated, allegedly fled at speeds up to 75 miles per hour and drove in both lanes of traffic before officers lost sight of the vehicle. SARTA has named Ralph Lee as its new CEO. He served as interim CEO since August and will lead the agency under a 3-year contract at a salary of $198,000. Lee says his top priority will be addressing budget challenges after voters last month rejected a sales tax increase. SARTA preparing to place a new levy on the November ballot. Washington Township trustees Monday appointed Steve Lacker as fiscal officer effective August 1st. Lacker replaces Jimmy Jones, who announced his resignation last month. Officials reported one new zoning permit, and trustees approved mowing and vehicle violation notices for several properties. More than $630,000 in community grants have been awarded by the Sisters of Charity Foundation of Canton. Funding will support education, healthcare, youth programs, and social services across the region. Major grants include $200,000 to ComQuest Services for addiction treatment programs, $150,000 to the Early Childhood Resource Center's Spark Kindergarten Readiness Program, and more than $82,000 to the Boys and Girls Club of Massillon. Additional grants will support job training, domestic violence services, and after-school programs. 3 people who sought medical treatment following a chemical release at the City of Akron water plant were treated and released from a hospital. The incident happened Wednesday afternoon when a chemical reaction involving 2 tanks released chlorine gas at the Ravenna Road facility in Franklin Township. City officials say the gas dissipated, the shelter-in-place order was lifted, and there was no contamination of the drinking water supply. One building at the plant remains closed during cleanup operations. School officials across Columbiana County raising concerns about a proposed property tax break for seniors. Several district treasurers asked commissioners Wednesday to review the potential impact before deciding whether to expand the homestead exemption. They warned the change could reduce school funding, affecting classroom programs and services. Commissioners have not yet decided whether to approve the additional tax relief. Man who attacked a Latonia police officer with a steel rod will remain in a mental health facility. Columbiana County Common Pleas Judge Megan Bickerton ruled 48-year-old Randy May remains mentally ill and should stay at Heartland Behavioral Health Care in Massillon. May was found not guilty by reason of insanity in the October 2024 attack on Officer John Hancock and a separate assault on a sheriff's deputy. Jamie Kematz is the new superintendent of the Salem School District Board of Education, says Kematz, who had been serving as interim superintendent and previously as curriculum director, was selected after a thorough search process. Kematz says one of her first priorities will be overseeing completion of the district's new K-8 school. She replaces Sean Kirkland, who passed away earlier this year. 14 people face charges in Ohio after being accused of stealing nearly $60 million through government programs and other fraud schemes. Acting U.S. Attorney General Todd Blanche, joined by Ohio leaders and federal officials, revealed the indictments during a news conference today near Columbus. Among those charged, a Butler County man accused of defrauding Ohio Medicaid of $12 million. 4 people are accused of submitting $1.4 million in fraudulent loan applications to the Paycheck Protection Program, which helped businesses during the COVID pandemic. 4 people accused of using fake behavioral health services for children to get $30 million. Also targeted an alleged $15 million romance scam that targeted elderly Americans. GOP state lawmakers are fast-tracking legislation that would tighten oversight of home health care and increase penalties for Medicaid fraud. 82 degrees at 4:07. This is the local edition of WDPN News. I'm Clint Marshall.
Here's Mark Johnson's forecast on AM 1310 WDPN.
Afternoon highs today in the middle 80s. It's feeling like summertime today. Humidity is manageable, so it's not the hot and muggies. Mainly sunny all day long. Overnight, partly cloudy, increasing humidity. Our low 61. From the 3 News Weather Center, I'm Mark Johnson.
Live from the AM 1310 WDPN studio, it's time for live and local sports talk. It's the Sam Bourquin Show.
I'm ready.
Give the show a call at 330-821-1310.
Good call, meatball.
Watch the Sam Bourquin Show on the AM 1310 Facebook page, the Q92 YouTube page, and on X. This is the Sam Bourquin Show on AM 1310 WDPN.
Wembanyama against Robinson goes inside and the left-handed slam. The Wemby extension, and it's back to a 3-point lead. 6 to shoot. Clock Splits the defense, throws in the corner. Champagny puts it up, puts it in. Champagny red hot here in the first half. Final seconds knocked away. And quarter number 2 comes to an end. Champagny 5 of 6 from three-point range. Cassell, tough catch. Hart pokes it away from Wemby. Here comes Brunson. Stutter dribble, drives inside. Lamb banks it in. Jalen Brunson coming alive again. It's a 6-point lead. Timeout, San Antonio.
Cam with a base hit. Astros will take the lead. In the score, Christian Walker. Here comes Paredes. He is going to score as well. 11-9. What a comeback. 2 outs, nobody on.
3 bunt hits in his career. Last one was 4 years ago. Put the bunt bat away. Sends a high drive to deep right and goodbye.
AM 1310 WDPN. Welcome back to the Sam Bourquin Show. Yankees 2, Guardians 1. It's a final. So the Guards took 2 out of 3 from New York. They're on their way to Texas. They'll battle the Rangers Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday afternoon. Now, I did send Rainsburg some highlights, and I know the Guardians lost, but we'll run a little bit of those for you anyhow, coming up here in a couple of minutes. It's only 2. It's a nice base hit and a nice defensive play. I don't want to be all doom and gloom. So there were some good plays today for Cleveland, but they fall to the next by the score of 2-1. Welcome in, everybody. Hour 2 of 3 here on 1310 WDPN. 3-question Thursday quiz. You know it, you love it. We do it every Thursday here on the show. Question number 1, who wins the NBA Finals, the New York Knicks or the San Antonio Spurs? Question number 2, about how many times a week do you get your car washed? Or maybe it's monthly. But just for the sake of discussion.
It sounds like over here it might be yearly.
Yeah, right. There are some of you that don't wash your car ever. Well, you just bank on a good rainstorm or something. I don't know. Question number 3, give me a movie that is so bad, a movie that is so terrible that it's actually good. Keep those coming on the Q92 Radio YouTube channel. We got the chat wide open. Active chat room today. Love to see it.
Hall of Fame City's still updating us. He says Central retires Mooney in order to head to the 7th, down 5-4.
I think Central's the away team. So they got 3 cracks at it. Mooney 5, Central 4, top of the 7th inning at Munson Stadium. Come on, Crusaders. Give us a little rally here. What do you say? Jackson, Hoover, Lake Center, Christian. Their regional championship games will get underway here at 5 o'clock. Guardians fall 2-1 to the Yankees. They'll be in Texas this weekend. We got the Stanley Cup Finals tonight, Game 2 between the Golden Knights and the Hurricanes. Vegas leads that best of 7, 1-0. Let's see here. Louisville softball tomorrow. Don't forget, we've got the game live for you tomorrow morning at 10. Live from Firestone Stadium in Akron, right here on 1310 WDPN. Louisville takes on Mansfield-Madison, state semifinal, Division III. I'll have the call for you tomorrow morning beginning at 10. So if you can't make it to the game, excuse me, we got you covered tomorrow on radio, on stream, on YouTube, on X, on Facebook. We got you covered. Louisville softball tomorrow, 10 a.m. Tune in and go Leps. Let's see here. Is today the 3rd or the 4th?
The 4th.
That's what I thought. Do you remember what happened June the 4th? 1974 at Cleveland Municipal Stadium.
Oh, like it was yesterday.
Now, I know it was like yesterday for you. I was 4, so I don't remember it either. But the legend has continued to grow. And I'm kind of spoiling, well, not spoiling, but I was going to mention this during the On This Day in Sports History. But I think it deserves more time than that. Today is the anniversary of the infamous 10-cent beer night at Cleveland Municipal Stadium.
Is it like the
where you could get a draft beer for 10 cents. Now, there were some stipulations. You could only get 2 at a time, but you could go back and get as much as you wanted.
That's a good policy. You got to keep people standing when they're drinking. You don't want them sitting for too long.
Well, as the story goes and as it all goes, the game never got completed. The fans stormed the field. They tore up the field. They got into fist fights with the Indians and the Rangers players that night. People were stomping on the dugouts, jumping over fences. It was a free-for-all. It was a free-for-all. And I know some of you out there that are listening right now were there. If you were there, I invite you to call 330-821-1310 and tell me all about it. And we've talked, look, this is one of those, this is like the Len Barker perfect game. We talk about it when it comes around every year because the stories get a little bit bigger. They get a little bit more unbelievable. But the fact is, they did hold a 10-cent beer night that night. June 4th, 1974, Municipal Stadium, Texas Rangers in town to battle the Cleveland Indians. And I know some of you were there. What was it like to be there? We've seen the videos. We've seen the still shots, the screenshots, the photos. Jeff Burrows with the blood gushing out of his head. We've seen everything. But what was it like to actually be there that night? I would love to hear from somebody. I would love to hear from multiple of you if you were at Municipal Stadium that night, June 4th, 1974. And I know that was a while ago. Quick math.
52 years.
52, is that 50?
Yeah, 74 to 26.
26, 52.
Yep, 52.
52 years ago.
Purple Suit says, what's the inflation rate on a 10-cent beer? $1 beer night? I don't know, Purple Suit. It might be like $2.50 beer night. What's the McDonald's menu?
Purple
Less
Suit?
than $3 beer
Purple
night.
Suit, I got you covered. It would be 68 cents.
Wow.
At the cumulative rate of inflation, at 5.5%, that same item would cost 68 cents.
Jesus, good Lord.
I've got it.
My God.
I've got the information right here.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
That's, oh my God.
So 10-cent beer night at Municipal Stadium. And I think you were allowed to get 2 at a time. 2. Oh, I know. I was talking about 10-cent beer night. Were you there?
Okay. So you weren't there?
Okay. I want to get somebody who was there. I know somebody out there was there.
There was definitely 1 or 2 10-year-olds
but I know
at
somebody
10-cent
was there.
beer night.
But I do know there was a 2-beer limit, and I think they were 10-ounce cups. No.
Oh.
Cups would have never made it. They would have never made it.
Cups weren't even in the conversation.
Right. So your tickets, I think you could get in for 50 cents.
Good Lord.
So what a lot of people did, from what I heard, again, this is as the legend grows, you would pay your 50 cents to get in, and you'd get your cup, and you were allowed to get, allegedly, you were allowed to get two beers every time you went to the window. And then I know people that tried to get 4, 6, 8, 10 cups, they would leave the stadium. They would come back and pay another 50 cents to get in and get 2 more cups. And this went on at the beginning of the game, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th inning. And by then, well, you can imagine why it was such a catastrophe. Can you imagine today, with the way people act today, 10-cent beer night anywhere?
Even 78-cent beer night. Holy crap.
I mean, can you imagine at a football stadium, a baseball game? I can't even imagine it in an arena, like an NBA game or I can't even imagine it.
You wouldn't, yeah, no.
Because you got people basically sitting on the floor. What are they going to do? What are they going to do after 12 beers? I mean, I don't even want to think about what they would do.
No.
Ooh. But yeah, at the inflationary rate, it would be 68 cents.
Scooter says there were a couple of streakers at that game, and some guys were throwing firecrackers out on the field.
Yes.
Says it all stemmed from a brawl in Texas the week before between Lenny Randall and Milt Wilcox.
And Milt Wilcox. Yes, that's right. Scooter, I knew Scooter would know something.
I told you I'm dyslexic.
Yeah. And it wasn't Jaromir Jagr. It was Milt Wilcox and Lenny Randall.
His name is Jagamar.
Yeah. Stop. The people were they were actually throwing fireworks and firecrackers onto the field. And yes, there were multiple streakers running around that night. But I want to hear from somebody who was there. If you know somebody that was there, I just want to have a fun little conversation about 10-cent beer night 52 years ago to the day as the Rangers and the Tribe got together at Municipal Stadium. Phone lines are open, 330-821-1310. Text line 330-924-7088. We got the chat room wide open in the Q92 Radio YouTube channel. And we can go from there.
We got Jeff on the 1310.
All right,
I didn't turn my mic on. We got Jeff on the 1310.
Right. Put your beers down over there, Rainsburg. Let's go to the phones. Jeff is on the line, 1310 WDPN, the Sam Bourquin Show. Hey, Jeff.
From the WDPN, remind Jeff.
I know you weren't there.
Well,
or were you?
You would have it. I happen to be an amateur historian on 10-cent beer night.
Okay. Talk to me.
So the situation goes, and Scooter beat me to the punch here a little bit, but yes, there was a brawl between the Indians and the Rangers the previous week at Arlington. And by the way, if anybody's interested in seeing what that looked like, there is footage of that. If you go on YouTube and do a quick search for game highlights between the Rangers and Indians, May 1974, you'll see Lenny Randall, forearm to the face of Milt Wilcox as he bunted down the first base line.
Back when it was hardball.
That's worth a look, by the way.
All right.
It gets better too because the fight broke out, and as they're separating the teams, some of the fans were throwing hot dogs and beers at the Indians fans as they went back to the dugout. And Dave Duncan was about to go over the dugout roof to go after one of the instigators. You can see that in the film. So
Dave
you can see how
Duncan
this thing got started.
Wow. Dave Duncan. Boy, there's a name. That is wild.
But what makes it even better is what it really helps to provide some context to what led to the riot was that in the days that followed, the Cleveland sports media took Billy Martin to task for, in their view, insulting Indians fans because he was supposedly asked after the fight in Arlington saying, "Are you worried about there being retribution when you guys come to town next week?" And he supposedly said something to the effect, "I'm not worried. They don't have enough fans to be concerned about." So you can imagine how that went over with the Cleveland sports media at the time.
Oh, sure.
The late, great Joe Franklin and others had a field day with that. And essentially it was, hey, when they come to town next week, we're going to give them what for?
Right. Oh, yeah. I'm sure the media egged everybody on there.
No pun intended, of some insulted Indians fans and, looking for revenge. And The cheap beer just happened to be the vehicle to get there.
Wow. What was the bigger catastrophe of a night? Was it 10-cent beer night in Cleveland, or was it when the Chicago White Sox decided they wanted to burn all the disco records at Comiskey Park?
Well, they were both promotions that went awry, so I guess it depends on who you talk to. Of course, the funny part about that, the coincidence being that Bill Veeck was a former owner of the Indians.
Right.
Was the owner of the Indians when they last won a world title in 1948, for that matter. So, for all we know, he may have come up with this promotion if he had still been owning the team.
I remember they were going to blow up disco.
Too. People think that this was bound to go awry. But the fact of the matter is the team and others had beer night promotions for several years at that point. There was nothing particularly memorable about it. It was just a matter of the combination of the circumstances and keeping in mind that, this was still the era of 3-2 beer, so you didn't have to be 21 to get beer, at least if it was the right kind. And by the way, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the beer in this case was Stroh's.
Oh, it was Stroh's. Oh, my God.
It would have been more fun if it had, in some ways, if it had done Schlitz, because if you watched the news lately, you saw that brand name is being retired. And as the old jingle goes, when you're out of Schlitz, you're out of beer.
You're out of that. They're getting rid of Schlitz?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You go. If you can still find it, you probably ought to stock up because it's going to be a collector's item sooner than later.
We'll see what they ought to do. This just came into my mind. The New York Yankees should hold a Schlitz beer night, and they should do it when Cameron Schlittler is pitching that night for them. We could just tie it all in. And then by the sixth inning, you could have people have a contest to pick random people to go on the microphone and be on the Jumbotron. Can you say the word Schlittler 10 times real fast after about 10 Schlitzes? And then, well, you see what you got there. That would be a hoot.
Probably disaster waiting to happen, too.
Yeah, that's what I'm all here for it. I'm here for it. All right, Jeffrey. Hey, thanks for checking in, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. There he goes. The home of the Strohs. Jeff Mears, Newsroom, AM 1310 WDPN. Oh, they're getting rid of Schlitz beer. I can't believe it. What are they going to do next? Get rid of Blatz? Schaefer? Red, white, and blue? Pabst? Come on. 4:27 is our time. We'll take a break and come back. 1310 WDPN.
Looking for something the whole family will love? Join us at the 2026 Canton Greek Fest, June 4th through 6th at St. Haralambus Greek Orthodox Church at 251 25th Street Northwest in Canton. Enjoy delicious homemade Greek favorites like gyros and pastries, live music, traditional dancing, and fun activities for kids of all ages. Experience the sights, sounds, and flavors of Greece right here in Canton. 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. each day. Bring your friends, bring your family, free admission, and free on-site parking. Visit CantonGreekFest.com for all the details.
If I could be you.
And you could be me? For just 1 hour.
If you could find a way.
To get inside each other's mind.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
We've all felt left out. And for some, that feeling lasts more than a moment. We can change that. Learn how at belongingbeginswithus.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
Welcome back to the show. We celebrate the 52nd anniversary of 10-cent beer night. Indians and the Rangers, 1974, Municipal Stadium. Guardians fall to the Yankees today, 2-1. I'll give you a quick box score. Well, this was a very well pitched game, very quick moving game. New York, 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors. Cleveland, 1 run, 2 bleeping hits today for Cleveland and no errors. Brent Hedrick, the win. Cody Hoover, the loss. David Bednar gets the save. Yankees beat the Guards 2-1. Took 2 hours and 20 minutes. 39,504 at the stadium.
Unfortunate final from Thurman Munson.
Oh, no.
5-4. No. Mooney Crusaders. Sorry.
I was hoping the Green Machine could get that one today. Cardinal Mooney beats Canton Central Catholic by the score of 5-4. Let's do a little best bet, Rainsburg.
Oh, God.
Let's do a little best bet before we get to the bottom of the hour. Oh, guess what? I won again last night. Hello? That is a 4-game winning streak. Sammy's best bet. Monday, winner. Tuesday, winner. Wednesday, winner. Wait a minute. What's today? Today's Thursday, right? Yeah, so that's 3 in a row. We're going for 4 in a row tonight. And I like this one. Dodgers, Diamondbacks. 9:40 first pitch tonight out in Arizona. The total is 8.5. We are going over the total of 8.5. Last night, the Dodgers shut out Arizona 7-0. Diamondbacks never had a chance. Shohei Ohtani was absolutely dealing last night in the desert. Arizona, they didn't know what they were swinging at last night. Little easier time tonight. Not a lot, but a little. But I think enough to get us over the 8.5. Wolboleski and Nelson, the pitching matchup tonight. Arizona and Los Angeles over the 8.5. Sammy's best bet. We are going to take the total and go over the 8.5. The Diamondbacks and the Dodgers as we look for 4 in a row on the Sammy's best bet card. Let's go. News and weather coming up.
Now, the latest area news on AM 1310 WDPN.
Good afternoon. It's 4:30. Governments of Israel and Lebanon announced a new ceasefire conditional on restraint from Hezbollah, which is unlikely. The statement said all countries reaffirmed the future of the relationship between Israel and Lebanon must be decided by the two sovereign governments. They rejected any attempt by any state or non-state actor to hold Lebanon's future hostage. The common and obvious slight against Hezbollah, which has established effective control over much of Lebanon for decades. After the ceasefire was made public, Hezbollah chief Naim Qassem rejected the ceasefire, calling negotiations shameless, and said the deal is a surrender and defeat. Former National Security Advisor John Bolton has agreed to plead guilty to a count of retaining classified information under a deal with the Justice Department that could allow him to avoid prison time. The deal would resolve a criminal case filed in October, charging Bolton with 18 counts of either retaining or sharing diary-like notes with family members. Officials said the material contained classified information as he was preparing a memoir of his time in government. Secretary of State Marco Rubio said President Trump will attend the NATO summit in Turkey next month. Speaking before the House Foreign Affairs Committee, Rubio touched on the president's frustration that some NATO members were not allowing U.S. forces to use their bases for missions in the Middle East. Rubio said the U.S. is still in the NATO alliance and will be there in Turkey to talk about those topics. We're still in NATO, but NATO needs significant changes, and the president has made that clear. The Department of Justice plans to provide almost $300 million under the Model Cities Initiative to improve public safety in select cities. The goal of the initiative is to use federal resources to build capacity, strengthen accountability, and deliver measurable reductions in crime. Funds will go to several areas, including public safety and behavioral health, as well as related equipment, staffing, and services. Funding under the initiatives will go toward combating repeat offenders, preventing youth crime, and confronting substance abuse. Trump administration has appealed a court order requiring U.S. Customs to refund roughly $160 billion in tariffs the Supreme Court previously ruled were unlawfully imposed under a federal emergency powers law. Justice Department filed a notice of appeal seeking review of an April order by the Court of International Trade, directing Customs and Border Protection to refund duties collected under tariffs imposed by the president. In the 6-3 ruling, the High Court found the International Emergency Economic Powers Act authorization to regulate the import of goods into the U.S. could not be made to support a broad tariff program. Police in Northern California asking for information after a shooting in the parking lot of a high school graduation ceremony. It happened in Fairfield between San Francisco and Sacramento. ABC's Alex Stone reports.
An 18-year-old is dead, and 3 more victims who are 11, 20, and 25 years old are injured after the shooting in the parking lot of Fairfield High School on Wednesday evening. A graduation ceremony had concluded for Sam Yetto Continuation High School. About 1,000 people attended the event. Fairfield police say there are hundreds of potential witnesses. At this time, police say there is no ongoing threat to the public, and they are following up on leads. Alex Stone, ABC News.
82 degrees at 4:33 for WDPN News. I'm Clint Marshall.
This weather is brought to you by Grove Appliance Furniture and Mattress. Local, trusted, and family-owned for 90 years. With a huge selection of appliances, furniture, and mattresses to go with unmatched customer service. A lot of sunshine for your Thursday afternoon. Some high and mid-level clouds filtering it out just a little bit. It's going to be warm, 84 degrees. Overnight, partly cloudy, increasing humidity with a low of 61. I am Mark J. Weather from 3 News.
Rediscover the comfort of home with Grove Appliance Furniture and Mattress, your hometown spot for comfort, quality, and style. From sleek new appliances that make life easier to furniture that actually fits the way you live, Grove helps you create a space that feels like home. And with hundreds of fabric options, you can make it completely your own. Don't forget about their design center. If you're looking for a complete overhaul, they can help you with all of it, from cabinets and countertops to backsplashes and sleek appliances. Their local team takes time to find out exactly what you need. No pressure, no guessing, just honest advice and real service. And if you're upgrading on a budget, check out Grove's Scratch and Dent Room, where small imperfections mean big savings on top brands. Because when your home feels right, everything else just works. Grove Appliance Furniture and Mattress. Hometown comfort. Made simple.
Come see us at Grove, where it always feels like home.
$13:10 WDPN. Welcome back to the show. 36 minutes past the hour. We will be with you until 6 o'clock tonight. Phone lines are open, 330-821-1310. Don't forget, you can always watch and listen to the Sam Bourquin Show on WDPN's Facebook page, X page, and the Q92 Radio YouTube channel. Let's go. Comment, like, share, follow. And don't forget, hit that subscribe button on the Q92 Radio YouTube channel as well. Tough news for Canton Central Catholic today. The Crusaders fall to Youngstown Cardinal Mooney in the regional championship. Mooney 5 and Central Catholic 4. I was hoping they'd get that one today. But another great year by the Crusaders. But you wanted to get them to the state tournament. Wanted to get them there. Just fell short. In less than a half an hour from now, Hoover, Jackson, and Lake Center Christian, they will all go for regional championships today in high school baseball. Best of luck to the Tigers, the Polar Bears, and the Vikings today. Yankees beat our Guards 2-1. So Cleveland took 2 out of 3 in that series. They're now on a, what do they call those? An Airbus, big plane going down to Arlington. They'll take on the Rangers Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Now that's the series you should win. Go down there and get me 2 out of 3. I'll be 4-6. I'll be 4-2 in 6 games. And then the Yankees come to town Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I really don't want to lose the series to Texas. Let's just go down there and let's just get 2 out of 3. Just get 2 out of 3. All right, games in progress. A wild one in Milwaukee for the Giants. San Francisco 12, the Brewers 3. That is in the top of the 7th inning. A couple of other final scores from today. The Phillies beat the Padres 6-4. I think that was a sweep. I think the Phillies swept the Padres. They win today 6-4 at Citizens Bank Ballpark. And the Orioles hammered the Red Sox 8-2 at Fenway. That is also a final score. Rainsburg, you have those Guardians highlights handy?
I do.
I feel like we should just play them. I mean, they lost, but we did take 2 out of 3, and that's good on the road in New York. And it was a tough game today, 2-1. I mean, we only had 2 hits. Yankees only had 5. So here's a couple of big plays. We're going to put a little positive spin here. One was an offensive highlight for the Guards as they got a run in, and the other was a great defensive play. I'll just have Rainsburg roll those back to back. Couple of good moments from today's game, despite the Yankees beating the Guardians 2-1.
Broke his bat. There it is. His first hit as a Guardian puts Cleveland on top with 2 outs in the 4th inning as Ramirez comes home. That's hit well to left. Back goes Kwan. He has room. He'll make the catch. Tagging and coming home to tie the game is Goldschmidt. Kwan's throw to third. He came off the base and they got him. Oh, baby. What a play by Kwan and an even better play by Jose at the other end to stay right with it. Bellinger went in there with a full head of steam and couldn't hold the base.
Matty Underwood on the call, Cleveland Guardians TV. That was it. Those were your highlights. That was it. Yankees beat the Guards today by the score of 2-1. All right, our 3-question Thursday quiz. Question number 1, who wins the NBA Finals, the San Antonio Spurs or the New York Knicks? Question number 2, about how many times a week do you get your car washed? A couple times a week? Never? A couple times a month? You just wait for it to rain? What are you doing?
I think I'm one of those just wait for it to rain kind of people.
Now, you street park, right?
Yeah.
Do you have trees?
Yeah.
Do you have bird droppings?
Uh-huh.
And you still don't wash your car?
Look, okay, here's my problem.
Rainsburg.
The problem is I park under a lot of trees.
Uh-huh.
So in order to avoid ever having bird stuff on my car, I would have to wash my car every 20 minutes. It's unfeasible for me to not have bird crap on my car, unfortunately, via where I park. They love it.
I am going to take up a collection. We need to get Rainsburg a car wash membership.
Hey, somebody.
Somewhere.
I'd use it. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I'm just not paying for it myself.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull some money together here for you so you can have a nice, spit shine, beautiful looking car every day, despite the birds. How about that?
I mean, that would be great. I'm sure they would love it. They'd have a nice, clean place to crap.
Yeah. And then you can look out there and laugh.
I swear to God.
You can look out there and laugh and say, "Oh, I'll just go to the car wash again. It's paid for."
I should get a bumper sticker that says like pigeon porta potty or something. That would be accurate.
You could do that.
Mm-hmm. They'd at least lean into the bit. You know, if it's going to always be covered in crap, might as well have a joke about it.
That's right. That's exactly right.
You can't laugh at yourself.
Come on, let's pull our money together. We got to get Rainsburg a car wash membership.
I'm going to go check Amazon and see if they make that bumper sticker real quick.
Keep that red car looking nice and shiny out there. Mike checking in today. He says, Sam, I got the Knicks winning the series. He washes his car twice a week. Movie that is so bad that it's good. The Wraith?
I've heard of that.
Wraith.
Yes. That sounds familiar. Let me look.
I've heard of it. We'll do a little research on that.
Seen so many movies.
Jim Baumgartner checking in today. He says, Sam, I got the Knicks to win the series. Washing the car, I do it twice a week, and he does it himself. Movie that is so bad that it's good. Snakes on a Plane.
I have seen The Wraith. Good one. That's a good one. Who said The Wraith?
Mike.
Good job, Mike.
Linky.
That's a classic bad movie.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
I did not know that.
That's awesome. All right. I didn't see that coming.
The Wraith. What is The Wraith?
It's kind of like, how do I put this? Knight Rider, but incredibly lame.
Oh, God. Okay.
That's not really doing it justice, but that helps.
Wow. Hey, we got a little traffic news here for you. There is a bad wreck, 62 eastbound, just past Market, just backed up past the Market Avenue exit ramp. So we got a bad accident, bad wreck, 62 eastbound, past the Market Avenue exit ramp. So if you're heading that way, and I know probably a lot of you are this time of day, maybe you want to avoid that area. Little wreck on 62 East, and you want to stay away from that Market Avenue exit. Gosh, how many times? Well, now I'm on 62 more than I am. Well, I shouldn't say that. I'm probably still on 77 more than I am 62. But, I mean, I got to get on 62 to get to 77 sometimes when I'm coming from home. But when I come to work, I just take 55th, Harmont, 62, then I get off at Beeson. Unless I'm an idiot, at least once a month, I'll get off on the State Street exit, and then I'll get like a half a mile, 3/4 of a mile down State Street, and so I'll turn in somewhere, pull out, I'll get back on 62, and then I'll take it to Beeson, then I'll get off on Smith Avenue. But, big wreck on 62 eastbound past the Market Avenue exit. Avoid that area if you can. High school baseball, Central Catholic falling to Cardinal Mooney today, 5-4. Again, Lake Center Christian, Hoover, Jackson have regional championship games coming up at 5 o'clock this afternoon. Guardians fall to the Yankees by the score of 2-1. Guards on their way to Texas. They will play the Rangers Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We get the 3-question Thursday quiz rolling. Coming up at 5:29, we'll have On This Day in Sports History. Also, we've been talking a little bit about the 52nd anniversary of 10-cent beer night at Cleveland Municipal Stadium. 52 years ago tonight, Texas Rangers were in town to play the Cleveland Indians, and all hell broke loose because people were getting their drink on, and it turned into an absolute chaos. Chaos. There's videos. There's photos. I want to hear from somebody that was actually there that night. What was it like to be at the stadium that night? 330-821-1310. 330-821-1310. I want to hear what it was like to be at the stadium that night for 10-cent beer night. What did you see? What can you not unsee all these years later? Were you scared? Were you laughing hysterically? Were you hammered? What was it like for you if you were there 52 years ago tonight?
I'm just now realizing that if some of the people that were there may not remember having been there.
Yeah.
Not because of the amount of time that passed, but because of the amount of alcohol that they inevitably consumed while being there.
I just saw a little snippet on X, and this is Baseball by B Smile. It says, today on 1974, 10-cent beer night in Cleveland, one of the most ill-advised promotions, ends with the Indians having to forfeit the game to Texas after unruly fans surge the field in the 9th inning. And he's got, there's a little, what do they call this? Like a picture collage. I'm going to show this to Rangeberg. These are pretty good photos from being from 1974. This was a collection of some of the photos from 10-cent beer night.
Yeah, that looks like 10-cent beer night.
Yeah, but there's some other photos out there too of blood coming down Jeff Burrows, and Scooter had mentioned the people throwing fireworks and firecrackers on the field and streakers running around.
If I Google image search 10-cent beer night. Just 10-cent beer night.
Yeah. 10-cent beer night's all you need. That'll pull it up.
I'm glad.
That'll pull it up.
I'm glad all these pictures are in black and white.
Now, this was these were in color. Because the Indians were wearing red jerseys that night.
Yeah. I wonder if it's just giving me the originals. A lot of them have probably been colorized.
Probably, yeah.
Because I'm seeing the pictures you just showed me, but in black and white. Yeah, this is a good one. You get this.
I just can't imagine. I've thought about this for years. Obviously, I was way too young to even understand, to know, to peel back all the layers as a child. But as the legend grows, year after year after year, after decade, I just, I can't imagine. Say we went to a game tonight, and I don't care where the game is. Could be Cleveland, could be New York, could be LA, could be Texas, could be wherever. And something like that happens. What do you do? When people just start storming the field and fist fights are just breaking out in the stand. Oh, there goes a firework. Oh, there goes four people streaking from home plate to the outfield. And people just reeling back and throwing fists at people's heads. All the while people are consuming beer at an unbelievable rate. How would you handle that?
I'm assuming a lot of people. What would you
do? Would you go hide? Would you just leave? What would you do?
I think I'm gonna take myself. I'm gonna pull back as far as I can into the stands while making sure everything still stays visible, and just enjoy the show at that point.
I mean,
Watch the chaos.
I'm guessing. I don't know. I'm going to go back and look at the box score. I don't know what the attendance was that night.
Oh boy!
Because the Indians didn't draw. They didn't draw then. But for 10-cent beer night, they might have had a nice crowd that night. But I'm wondering, with the lack of fans, or maybe the team probably thought, 10-cent beer night, we've done this before, blah blah blah. There probably wasn't a lot of security. Nowadays, there's security everywhere at stadiums. Entranceways, exits, sections, aisles, the concourse, they're everywhere. I'm willing to bet old Cleveland Indians back in the day on that shoestring budget, I'm betting you that there was not a lot of security on hand for 10-cent beer night.
No, not back then.
So, I mean, it was probably a free-for-all. Probably a free-for-all. Speaking of promotions, the LA Rams are going to have Myles Garrett throw out the ceremonial first pitch on June the 6th as the LA Angels come to town to take on the Los Angeles Dodgers. Oh, boy. I hope Myles bounces it up the home plate. I hope it's one of the worst ceremonial first pitches in the history. I do. So, yeah, if you want to see Myles Garrett throw out the first pitch in L.A., June 6th, as the Angels come to town to take on the Dodgers at Chavez Ravine. Oh, I'm sure we'll see a lot of video on that. No question about it. 53 minutes past the hour. We'll step away. Phone lines are open, 330-821-1310. Text 330-924-7088. Q92 Radio YouTube channel. You can watch the show live. You can listen to the show live. You can also put your comments in there as well. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll get back into our 3-question Thursday quiz, update the scoreboard, high school, Major League Baseball, and more. Coming up on 1310 WDPN.
Do you have trouble getting in and out of the bathtub? Are you afraid you'll slip and fall entering or exiting a tub? Safe Step walk-in tubs can transform your bathtub from an area of concern to a calming refuge. Call them today at 1-800-498-2098 and save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs and showers are proudly made in Tennessee and offer an ultra-low step-in, avoiding that difficult climb over a traditional bathtub wall. They also offer a variety of therapeutic benefits that may help soothe your aching muscles and joints, increasing your mobility, boosting your energy, and improving your sleep. Safe Step walk-in tubs are designed to easily fit your existing tub space and are often installed in as little as one day. Just dial 1-800-498-2098 today to save $1,600 and receive a free shower package. That's 1-800-498-2098 for a free no-obligation consultation and to save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs. Safety never felt so good.
I'm Ohio Sheriff Christopher J. Hilton. Criminal networks are stealing billions of dollars through social media, phone calls, and text, posing as people you trust. They pressure and demand money or personal information. Don't fall for it. If something feels wrong, slow down and verify. Hang up. Don't click and never send money. If targeted, contact law enforcement. Protect yourself and protect your family.
Learn more at sheriffs.org/stopscams. A public service message from the National Sheriff's Association.
I'm Angela Bassett. As a first responder on screen, I know what it means to act fast in an emergency. In real life, the same urgency can save lives, especially when it comes to a food allergy. For 33 million Americans, one bite can turn an ordinary meal into a life-threatening reaction. And too often, they don't have the one thing that could save them, epinephrine. But emergencies don't wait. And when a severe reaction happens, being prepared makes all the difference. Now, there's a needle-free option, a new way to carry epinephrine that makes it easier than ever to be ready. No needles, no hesitation, because when the unexpected happens, the best thing you can do is be ready. Know the risk, know the options, be ready to act. Learn more at foodallergy.org/ready to act.
$13.10 WDPN. Welcome back to the Sam Bourquin Show. Just a little traffic reminder. Accident 62 eastbound, just past the Market Avenue exit ramp. If you can avoid that area, that would probably a good thing to do. Let's see here. We got about 3 minutes or so before we get you to the top of the hour. Oh, my God. Did gas just go up again? Looks like it did.
It's not going down, I'll tell you that.
No. Well, a lot of places now are at $4.99.
Paid $4.79 yesterday, I think.
Did you?
Yep.
I should have got it yesterday, and I didn't. I was going to, I wanted to hold out until payday.
Yeah, right.
Which will be, early tomorrow morning it'll hit. But I don't know if, and I don't have time to screw around in the morning anyway. I got to get up to Louisville or get up to Akron. I want to be at the stadium tomorrow by at least 9. First pitch is at 10. Doggone it. Well, I'm going to have to see what Sam's or Costco has gas at, because that's probably going to be where I go when I leave the station tonight. $4.99. Yikes. It's not good.
It's not.
Not good. It's got to get better at some point, though, right? Has to.
Sure.
Can't keep climbing 5, 6, 7. It can't. Can it?
The good news is, what is it? The Congress or the Senate just finally decided that we can't go to war with Iran. So.
But
I know.
You know how things drag. You know how things drag out. If gas would get to $7 a gallon, I'll be doing my show from home. I will be. I will come. I will not drive over here at $7 a gallon. I will go through an entire tank of gas in 3 days. And that would be like $125 a rattle. I'd be home. I'd be doing the show from at home. I'd be taking this banner down, stuffing it in the car, taking it home, and setting up a studio at the house.
Oh God.
I would literally go bankrupt at $7 a gallon if I had to drive to work every day.
That would make my job so much more difficult.
Would it?
Probably.
How much? How difficult?
I don't know.
I wouldn't want to put you in that.
I don't
wouldn't
feel
want
like
to put you in that position.
I can't sit here and give you legitimate reasons right now off the top of my head, but I just know that would not make my job easier. That's all I know.
It would be just like me doing it from a press box or a gymnasium.
Yep.
But I would be home.
Yeah, but you got to cut that audio for me before I come in.
Yeah. That wouldn't be good. Because I certainly wouldn't drive all the way over here to cut it.
No.
And then go all the way back.
That would be actually more insane.
Yeah, that would be more insane. Hopefully it'll go down. Hopefully Sam's Club or Costco has it a little bit cheaper than $4.99. Mamma mia. All right, we're going to take a break. 2 hours in. One more big hour to go. It's the Sam Bourquin Show. Tell you one thing, though. It is absolutely beautiful outside right now. So let's enjoy that part of it. News and weather coming up next. 1310 WDPN.
An Alliance tradition for over half a century. You can always count on WDPN Alliance.
ABC News, I'm Brian Clark. President Trump announced the plan to spend $700 million on coal projects.
We will protect 14 coal plants and 42 coal mines. It's a tremendous number. And build 2 new coal plants and 1 massive new export terminal because we're exporting coal.
The new plant, slated for Alaska and West Virginia, would be the nation's first since 2013. 2 Colorado paramedics convicted of homicide after injecting Elijah McClain with ketamine in 2019 as he was pinned down by police are getting new trials. An appeals court reversed their convictions, faulting the jury instructions in the original trial. Former National Security Advisor John Bolton set to plead guilty to a charge of mishandling classified information. Source tells ABC he'll pay more than $2 million in fines. A new record high close for the Dow was up 1.7% or 894 points thanks to a big day for bank stocks. This is ABC News.
For adults with Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms, every choice matters. Tremfya offers self-injection or intravenous infusion from the start. Tremfya is administered as injections under the skin or infusions through a vein every 4 weeks, followed by injections under the skin every 4 or 8 weeks. If your doctor decides that you can self-inject Tremfya, proper training is required. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions, increased risk of infections or lower ability to fight them, and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or need a vaccine. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
Now, the latest Alliance area news from Clint Marshall on AM 1310 WDPN.
Good afternoon. It's 5:02. The search is underway for a missing Alliance man. Police say 20-year-old Nathaniel Hang was last seen leaving his West Oxford Street home early Wednesday morning. Home security camera caught his white GMC Canyon pickup driving on Union Avenue. Police say Hang suffers from schizophrenia and other medical issues. Hang has been found in Goshen Township in the New Philadelphia areas in the past. He's 5'8", 160 pounds with brown hair and eyes. He was wearing a black shirt and gray sweatpants. Anyone with information should contact police at 330-821-9140. Man set for arraignment tomorrow after Canton police say fired shots near an auto dealership Saturday. 19-year-old James Morris of Canton was arrested Wednesday. Shooting happened in the 500 block of 15th Street Northwest near Kempthorne Auto, where police say several vehicles were struck. and bullets narrowly missed 2 people. Shell casings were found at a nearby school playground, and Morris later allegedly tried to hide a gun in a backyard on 15th Street. He faces charges including felonious assault, weapons under disability, and tampering with evidence. Lake Township man jailed on charges resulting from a high-speed chase in Marlboro Township. 25-year-old Travis McCown arrested today. Police say the pursuit began after an officer responded to a report of a vehicle in a residence yard on Alberta Beach Street Northeast, April 21st. McCown, who was believed to be intoxicated, allegedly fled at speeds of nearly 75 miles per hour and drove in both lanes of traffic before officers lost sight of the vehicle. McCown is charged with failure to comply, obstructing official business, and driving on a suspended license. New CEO in place for SARTA. The agency announced Wednesday Ralph Lee will lead it on a permanent basis. Lee had served as interim CEO since August. He was given a 3-year contract with a salary of $198,000. He says his focus will be navigating budget issues following last month's failure of a sales tax increase. SARTA preparing another attempt to put a renewed levy before voters in November. Steve Lacker is the new fiscal officer for Washington Township. His first day will be August 1st. Lacker's appointment made during Monday's trustees meeting. He'll replace Jimmy Jones, who announced his resignation last month. Trustees approved more than $28,000 in bills. Fire department reports showing 35 runs in May and early June, and heard about road crew work, including patching and catch basin repairs. Several area organizations are recipients of more than $632,000 in new community grants. Funding comes from the Sisters of Charity Foundation of Canton. Largest awards include $200,000 for ComQuest's community-based addiction medicine program, $150,000 for the Spark Kindergarten Readiness Program, and more than $82,000 for the Boys and Girls Club's Project Learn after-school program. Additional grants will support youth services, job training, and domestic violence programs across the region. A Columbiana County judge has ordered a man found not guilty by reason of insanity to remain in a mental health facility. Common Pleas Judge Megan Bickerton ruled 48-year-old Randy May will continue treatment at Heartland Behavioral Health Care in Massillon after a 6-month review. May was found insane in cases involving the October 2024 assault of a Latonia police officer and a separate attack on a sheriff's deputy. This case will be reviewed again next June. The Salem School District has named Jamie Kimatz as its new superintendent. She had been serving in an interim basis and previously worked as curriculum director. Board of Education says Kimatz was selected after a thorough search process. She succeeds Sean Kirkland, who died earlier this year. Kimatz says one of her first priorities will be overseeing completion of the district's new K-8 school. Building remains off limits at the City of Akron water plant in Portage County following a chlorine gas release Wednesday afternoon. Crews continuing to dispose of chemicals involved in a reaction between 2 tanks at the Ravenna Road facility in Franklin Township. City officials say 3 people who sought medical treatment were taken to a hospital, treated, and released. Shelter-in-place order was lifted and the gas dissipated. The city said there was no contamination of the drinking water supply. Cincinnati man faces 31 felony counts after officials say he defrauded Ohio's Medicaid program of more than $12 million. A Butler County grand jury Wednesday indicted 63-year-old Robert Haley on charges including engaging in a pattern of corrupt activity and aggravated theft. The Attorney General's office said Haley was responsible for more than 60,000 fraudulent Medicaid claims. Officials say he stole more than $1.5 million by falsifying patient files from February 2020 to May 2026, and then trying to use forged records when investigators questioned him. Haley alleged he was providing therapeutic behavioral services to children in Butler County after-school programs. Family members of the children told investigators the services were never provided and their signatures appeared to have been forged. We have the following funeral announcements. Service for 82-year-old Linda Brady of Alliance, Thursday, June 11th at noon. Arrangements by Sheriff Sterling Skivalaki. 82 degrees at 5:07. This is the local edition of WDPN News. I'm Clint Marshall.
Meteorologist Mark Johnson has the latest forecast on AM 1310 WDPN.
A warm, dry Thursday afternoon to get outside, do some yard work, mainly sunny skies all day long. Our high warm, dry 84. Overnight, partly cloudy skies, humidity going up tonight. Our low 61. From the 3 News Weather Center, I'm Mark Johnson.
Live from the AM 1310 WDPN studio, it's time for live and local sports talk. It's the Sam Bourquin Show.
I'm ready.
Give the show a call at 330-821-1310.
Good call, meatball.
Watch the Sam Bourquin Show on the AM 1310 Facebook page, the Q92 YouTube page, and on X. This is the Sam Bourquin Show on AM 1310 WDPN.
Wembanyama against Robinson goes inside and the left-handed slam. The Wemby extension, and it's back to a 3-point lead. 6 to shoot. Fox splits the defense, throws in the corner. Champagny puts it up, puts it in. Champagny red hot here in the first half. Final seconds knocked away. And quarter number 2 comes to an end. Champagny 5 of 6 from 3-point range. Cassell, tough catch. Hart pokes it away from Wemby. Here comes Brunson. Stutter dribble, drives inside. Lamb banks it in. Jalen Brunson coming alive again. It's a 6-point lead. Timeout, San Antonio.
Cam with a base hit. Astros will take the lead. In the score, Christian Walker. Here comes Paredes. He is going to score as well. 11-9. What a comeback. 2 outs, nobody on.
3 bunt hits in his career. Last one was 4 years ago. Put the bunt bat away. Sends a high drive to deep right and goodbye.
Welcome back, everybody. 1310. Did anybody hear that conversation? I hope not.
No, don't worry. I'm in control of the microphone.
Okay, good. I didn't have my headphones on. Welcome back, everybody. 1310 WDPN. It is the Sam Bourquin Show. Happy Thursday. If you're just joining us for the first time, you're just getting out of work for the day, you put that 8 in or more, you made it through another one. Congratulations. Thanks for checking us out here on 1310. Thanks for listening and watching on the WDPN Facebook page, X page, and the Q92 Radio YouTube channel. Sam Bourquin here, Ryan Rainsberg over there.
As
he is. And we've got some scores to run down. Not a lot of good news today, I'll be honest. The Guardians fall to the Yankees by the score of 2-1. High school baseball today, Youngstown Cardinal Mooney held on to beat Canton Central Catholic 5-4. So the Crusaders baseball season has come to an end, but they had another great year. Just one more would have got them to the state tournament, but they fell to Mooney today, 5-4 at Munson. Now, games just underway. These are all high school baseball regional championship games. North Canton Hoover is battling Brecksville up in Oberlin College. They're just underway. That's Division II. Division I, Jackson is battling Perrysburg at Thurman Munson Memorial Stadium. And Lake Center Christian is in action over at Louisville in their regional championship game. So best of luck to Lake Center Christian, Hoover, and Jackson in their regional championship games. Be on the lookout tonight on social media. We'll have the scores posted for you, and we'll see if we can get all those teams through to the state tournament next week. Tomorrow morning, don't forget, 10 a.m. right here on WDPN and Facebook and X and the Q92 Radio YouTube channel. We will bring you live Division III state semifinal softball. The Louisville Leopards will take on Mansfield Madison. We'll have the call at 10 a.m. tomorrow, right here on 1310 WDPN, all of our social media platforms. Just got the word. My man, Brian Beatty, is going to join me tomorrow. He's going to try. I didn't see that try part. All I saw was, I'm going to make it in the morning. Bring an extra pair of headphones. I didn't see to try. So
that's what we call wishful thinking.
So 50-50. B. Beatty may be with me tomorrow. He may not be. But if he is, we'll be ready to rock. All right? And I'll put him to work, right? Of course I will. But that's tomorrow morning. Louisville Leopard fans, if you can't make it to Akron tomorrow, we got the game for you beginning at 10 right here on WDPN and all of our social media platforms. And hold on here. I just remembered. I got an email from Christian.
Oh, yeah, that was, if it's the one I'm thinking it is, that was to let us know that it'll be on the Q92 Sports Facebook and X pages as well.
Yeah. Oh, and I've got even more information.
Oh, ho, ho.
Ah. Tomorrow during the broadcast.
Oh, yes, I forgot about that, too.
We are going to be giving away a pair of $25 gift cards from Beatty Sports and a pair of $20 gift cards from Senor Pancho. Okay? We're going to be doing that during the broadcast tomorrow. So make sure you're listening tomorrow, and we'll let you know how you can win some cool gift cards tomorrow just for listening to the game here on 1310 WDPN and our social media platforms. All right, so as if you needed another reason to listen to the game tomorrow, we've given you a couple more, okay? So that'll be fun. Well, that'll definitely put Beatty to work tomorrow now. All this stuff going on. Now, you'll be handling the score bug, right?
Yep.
Thank God.
I think, unironically, because this is the second baseball/softball related thing we've done, I'm the only one who's actually used that score bug.
That's true, because you did it. Yeah. Well, when we did Mount softball, right?
Yes, I did.
You ran the score bug.
That was the first time it had ever been used, because we hadn't had a baseball or softball game since we started using the score bugs.
Oh, that's true. It was all football and basketball.
Yeah, that was all brand new. I had to just kind of figure that out.
Yeah. And you did.
Yeah. No, it wasn't hard.
And you did. That was good. So yeah, you'll be doing the score bug tomorrow and producing the game.
Yeah, the little things that people didn't realize Jake did around here. Picking up some of the slack.
But I will say this, and I think a lot of folks would agree, because a lot of people have told me, when they listen to games, whether it's on 1310, whether it's on Q92 or our streams or whatever, they say it looks and sounds incredible. Because if you have us on the audio, but you have it on Facebook or YouTube or X or whatever, you literally, it's like watching the game on TV, but you just have the audio. But we've got the graphics package put together so you can see who's winning, what the score is, if it's baseball or softball, what the count is, what the score is, what inning we're in. If you're watching football or basketball, it tells you what quarter, what's the score, home team, away team, who's got the ball. Great, like a great graphics package behind it. It's really, really cool. And a lot of people really, really like it. So we're going to obviously continue to do that. It does create a little extra work for a lot of people, but it seems to have caught on. It seems to have caught on. Now, I know that I think there are folks here, maybe not here all the time, but maybe they'll call some stream games for us for football or what have you. And they will go out and they'll set up and they'll do the game. They'll play the spots. They'll do the score bug, which is, hey, more power to you. More power to you. I'm not wired that way. I'm there. My first and most important thing is to call the game. That is the most important thing. To let you know what is going on, to paint the picture, whatever sport it is, to let you know who's winning, where the ball is, who has how many points, who's got how many fouls, what the batting average is, who just scored. That is my number one job. And all the other stuff is important. It enhances the production. It enhances the product. And that's why I'm thankful that we've got folks here like Rainsburg, guys like Jake that used to be that have moved on. that to kind of step in and pick up and do those things to make the whole broadcast what it is. Because there's a lot going on. And we're not curing diseases here. I'm not saying that, but there's a lot that goes on to make a broadcast, a high quality broadcast that you will, number one, like to listen to, right? The audio quality has to be good. It has to be good. Okay? It has to be. And then the video part of it where you're watching to see stuff as it happens, like a baseball game or a softball game. Oh, it's 2-0. Oh, it's a 1-2 count. Oh, there's 2 outs. There's 2 on. Oh, there's the score. It brings the whole thing together. And that's why it really looks good. If you ever pull that up on your TV, you cast it to your TV, or it's on your phone, your computer, your laptop, your whatever, you really do get the full experience, no matter what sport, no matter what game we're calling. And it really, really looks nice. But there is a lot going on there. And shout out to all the folks that make that happen, because there is a lot of work that goes into that. I'm trying to get your raise over there, by the way.
Hey.
I'm trying.
Hey, welcome to the club.
I'm trying. Oh, God. But, yeah, we're looking forward to doing Louisville softball tomorrow, see if the Leopards can win tomorrow. And then if they do win, we'll be right back at it Saturday night at 8 o'clock from Firestone, and that would be for the Division III softball state championship. Now, I will preface this with this. Tomorrow is going to be absolutely beautiful. It's going to be a little warm. The humidity is going to start. The heat's going to pick up a little bit. Saturday could be very interesting, because there will be 1, 2, 3, 4. I think there are at least 4 state championship games to be played on Saturday, at least, because we have 7 state champions. And nice. I know they're not going to play all 7 in one day. And I'm not sure what the whole schedule is, if some are going to be on Saturday and the rest will be on Sunday. But Louisville will play Saturday night. They're scheduled to play. If they win tomorrow, they'll play at 8 o'clock on Saturday. But the weather forecast for late Friday night into Saturday through Saturday evening does not look good. It does not look good. So we'll have to kind of be ready to shake, rattle, and roll, if you will, on Saturday. Because if one game gets bumped or another game gets backed up, then that throws everything else off. And then you're starting to look at doing stuff on Sunday or Sunday night, even worse. So we'll see. Maybe Mother Nature will be kind to us. And if Louisville wins tomorrow, we can play Saturday night at 8 o'clock. The Leps can get a state title, right? Their second one. And it'll all be good. But we're just kind of looking ahead there just a little bit. All right, Guardians fall to the Yankees today by the score of 2-1. The Guards did take 2 out of 3 from the series that are on their way to Texas to battle the Rangers Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Baseball score, Cardinal Mooney did beat Central Catholic today, 5-4. Hoover, Jackson, Lake Center Christian Regional Championship baseball games, those are just underway at their respective sites. Couple of quick NFL notes I did want to pass along to you. The Pittsburgh Steelers have extended their 2023 draft pick, Darnell Washington. He's the big tight end. He is a load. I think he's like 6'7", 6'8", 200, and he's huge. And he's very good. He can catch the ball, and he can run after the catch. He gets a 4-year contract extension for $42 million. They call him the supersized tight end. Last year, he had 31 catches, 364 yards. 6'7", 300 pounds. So he gets a new deal with the Steelers. And let's see here. The Green Bay Packers have signed Christian Watson. He gets a deal, 4 years, $110.5 million extension. That includes a $31 million signing bonus. Watson is only 27 years old, and he's trying to return from a torn ACL in 2024, and he has put some numbers on the board, and he got a nice contract yesterday from Green Bay. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back with more of the Sam Bourquin Show on a beautiful Thursday. Wow, is it nice out. 1310 WDPN.
AWP Safety, North America's leading traffic safety company, is hiring traffic control flaggers, and they need you. Join AWP as a protector for steady work and an important job keeping people safe. They offer paid training, certification, referral bonuses, and advancement opportunities. To apply, visit jobs.awpsafety.com. That's jobs.awpsafety.com.
Looking for something the whole family will love? Join us at the 2026 Canton Greek Fest, June 4th through 6th at St. Haralambus Greek Orthodox Church at 251 25th Street Northwest in Canton. Enjoy delicious homemade Greek favorites like gyros and pastries, live music, traditional dancing, and fun activities for kids of all ages. Experience the sights, sounds, and flavors of Greece right here in Canton, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. each day. Bring your friends, bring your family, free admission, and free on-site parking. Visit CantonGreekFest.com for all the details.
Hi, human. I'm a micro monster swimming around in your plastic water bottle. But I can't wait to swim in your bloodstream soon.
Microplastics are micro monsters.
Drink me. Wait, what are you doing?
But you can fight back by using glass or metal reusable water bottles.
No!
Don't let microplastic micro monsters invade your body. Find more ways to fight back at stopmicromonsters.org.
Where does your generosity to mercy ships go? To a small village in Sierra Leone, to the eyes of a mother, to an operating room, the healing, the anxious wait, until finally, a beautiful smile. To a port in Madagascar, into the hands of a surgeon, to the eyes of the MRI technician, the scalpel, the monitor, the post-op, and finally, a mirror, a tumor removed, replaced by tears of joy. To a small fishing village in Africa, to the hopes of a boy, to his dreams of playing soccer, to the hands of a surgeon, the long recovery, until one day, the joy of finally being part of the team. Where does your generosity go? Wherever mercy does.
Brass monkey, that funky monkey.
1310 WDPN, it is the Sam Bourquin Show. 3-question Thursday quiz. Question number 1. Who wins the NBA Finals? Who do you got? You got the Spurs or you got the Knicks? Question number 2. About how many times a week do you wash your car? You keep it nice or you're like, let the rain handle it? Question number 3. A movie so bad that it's good. 330-821-1310. Get those in on the Q92 Radio YouTube channel. We got the text line opened up as well. Guardians fall to the Yanks 2-1. Cleveland had 2 hits today. That's it. They only had 2 hits. But they did take 2 out of 3 from the Yanks. Rangers coming up this weekend down in Arlington. Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday afternoon. Let's see here. Sam, what happened to Jackson? They're in the midst of their game right now. Jackson is playing Perrysburg. Hoover is playing Brecksville. Lake Center Christian also in action I haven't seen any updates on those games yet. We'll certainly check them here during the break coming up here at the bottom of the hour. And in about 60 seconds, we will have on this day in sports history. This is the 52nd anniversary of 10-cent beer night at Cleveland Municipal Stadium. I'm going to play you a little audio clip after we get back from the break and kind of like reset the stage for that whole night and how it played out and what happened. But as I was perusing the clip that I sent to Rainsburg a little bit ago, we did find out they were 12-ounce beers for 10 cents a piece. I thought they might have been like, 6-ounce, 8-ounce, maybe little styrofoam cup. No, they were 12 ounces.
Is that weak beer?
I don't know if that was 3.2 or not. It might have been.
Okay.
But still,
yeah.
I mean, for 10 cents?
For 10 cents. It's less than a penny an ounce.
Let's see. How many can I drink of these tonight before it hits me? Hey, honey, 77. Finally put me over the edge. Good googly moogly. On this day in 1964, Sandy Koufax threw a no-hitter. It was his third career no-hitter. 1968, Don Drysdale of the Dodgers pitched his sixth consecutive shutout. On this day in 1976, the Celtics beat the Phoenix Suns in triple overtime in Game 5 of the NBA Finals, but the Celtics went on to take the series on June the 6th. 1980, Gordie Howe announced his retirement from hockey. And on this day in 1984, for the first time in 32 years, the great Arnold Palmer failed to make the cut for the U.S. Open golf tournament. That is on this day in sports history. This is the Sam Bourquin Show, and you're listening to 1310 WDPN.
The latest news and the current Alliance area weather forecast are up next on AM 1310 WDPN.
Good afternoon. It's 5:30. President Trump and House Republican leaders lost in their bid to defeat a Democratic-led resolution Wednesday to limit the president's authority to wage war in Iran. The House voted 215 to 208. Resolution sponsored by New York Representative Gregory Meeks would direct U.S. forces to be removed from hostilities against Iran other than those necessary to defend the United States or an ally from an imminent attack. The Senate must also pass a resolution before restrictions can take effect. Republican Representatives Warren Davidson of Ohio, Thomas Massey of Kentucky, Brian Fitzpatrick of Pennsylvania, and Tom Barrett of Michigan joined Democrats in passing the resolution. Former National Security Advisor John Bolton will plead guilty to unlawfully retaining classified information while working in President Trump's first administration. CNN reported Thursday the 77-year-old was indicted in October on 18 counts of illegally hoarding or sending sensitive information. Hearing scheduled for June 26th in Greenbelt, Maryland, federal court. The Southern Poverty Law Center paid people who wanted to leave extremist groups such as the Ku Klux Klan to stay in them. According to newly filed court documents, two individuals informed the SPLC in 2010 they feared for their safety from other Klan members and wanted to leave the movement. After seeing media reports about the SPLC paying to help a person leave an extremist group, an employee invited the people to Montgomery, Alabama, and encouraged them to stay in the Klan. The people were offered $1,200 per month plus expenses if they stayed, which they did. Another Klan member who also led the National Socialist Party of America and a faction of the Aryan nations reached out to discuss leaving the movement. The SPLC offered the man a monthly salary of $2,500 plus expenses. The man used money from the SPLC to travel to rallies, financially support other extremist organizations, and recruit new members. The president claimed Democrats are trying to steal the California gubernatorial and Los Angeles mayoral primaries, launched a probe into the state's sluggish vote count. President Trump commenting today about how votes in California are trickling in 2 days after polls closed and results of the elections might not be known for several weeks. Since California accepts vote-by-mail ballots that can be postmarked by Election Day and received later, final results might not be known for weeks. Only 56% of the vote has been counted. Steve Hilton, a former aide to ex-British Prime Minister David Cameron, leads the way for governor. The top two candidates, irrespective of party, will face each other in November's general election. Dr. Angus Dalgleish, Professor Emeritus of Oncology at the University of London, told a hearing in Washington he witnessed patients unexpectedly develop cancer after receiving COVID vaccines built with mRNA technology. He said, "I have no doubt in my mind the mRNA vaccine likely played a significant role in the development of these unexpected cancers." Wisconsin Senator Ron Johnson, chairman of the Senate Permanent Subcommittee on Investigations, hosted the hearing. The frequent critic of COVID vaccines said it was important not to wait for definitive proof to warn the public about possible dangers. Federal Vaccine Committee advised the CDC to scale back recommendations for COVID vaccination. It did so, but that update was blocked in March by a federal judge. An appeal is pending. 81 degrees at 5:33 for WDPN News. I'm Clint Marshall.
Now, the Alliance Area Weather Forecast from Mark Johnson on AM 1310 WDPN.
Afternoon highs today in the middle 80s. It's feeling like summertime today. Humidity is manageable, so it's not the hot and muggies. Mainly sunny all day long. Overnight, partly cloudy, increasing humidity, our low 61. From the 3 News Weather Center, I'm Mark Johnson.
Welcome back, 1310 WDPN, Sam Bourquin Show. Hey, good news. The Hoover Vikings are out to a 5-0 lead over Brecksville in their game up at Oberlin College. Not sure what inning they're in. Got to be about the, second or third inning probably. But the Vikings up 5-0 in their game. No word yet on Lake Center Christian or Jackson. If we get some updates and scores, we'll be sure to pass those along to you. Tough news earlier today. Cardinal Mooney beat Central Catholic by the score of 5-4. Okay, Hoover got the 5 in the second. Okay, so it's probably in the third inning now, and Hoover leads by the score of 5-0. 10-cent beer night, 52 years ago. I cannot believe it's been that long. That just can't be. But it is. And you've heard the tales of it. You've seen the photos, the still photos, some of the video, the very grainy video from 1974. We've come a long way. We've come a long way since 1974 with video. What do we have? 8K now? Is that the highest? I think.
Look, who cares? Anything past like 8K, your eyes aren't even perceiving it anyway. It's we're that's all that matters. We're to the point where our eyes can't even see how good our technology is.
Right. But video back in the 70s, well, you know what it's like. All you got to do is punch something up on YouTube, and you know what we're talking about. So I found this clip. Now it runs about 7 minutes or so. And it's from Weird History on YouTube. Want to give them credit. And it's titled 10-Cent Beer Night Was a Terrible Idea. And there's a little subtitle. It says 10-Cent Beer Night, A Look Back. And this is courtesy of the Sports and Extras Network. All right. And this is a look back from 10-Cent Beer Night, 1974. The Angels hosting the Rangers. I'll have Rainsburg fire this up, and then we'll reminisce and react at the end.
Beer night at a baseball game sounds like a great idea. At least that's what the Cleveland Indians thought one humid summer night in 1974. In fairness, at first glance, 10-cent beer night sounds like the perfect plan to sell tickets to a ball game, but when beers are 10 cents, 1 dime, all night, let's just say things went off the rails pretty quickly. Here's the story of the infamous 10-cent beer night. Before we get into the events of that fateful evening, it's important to understand the build-up to the moment. Sure, 10-cent, 12-ounce beers all night is already a recipe for disaster, but if you look at the history of the players, the teams, the managers, the city involved, it just makes it worse. First, the two teams. 10-cent beer night was to be held in Cleveland while the Indians were hosting the Texas Rangers. Earlier in the season, while the Indians were on the road in Texas playing the Rangers, the teams got into a brawl, like a legit fight. Not one of those brawls where everyone just sort of dances around and yells at each other. There was an incident where one of the Indians slid into second base too hard in the eyes of the Rangers, so then there were some fastballs being thrown at people's heads, which led to legit punches being thrown, a brawl, and Rangers fans throwing food and beers at Indian players. So, there is plenty of bad blood between the two teams heading into their series in Cleveland, and Cleveland Indians fans are now all fired up for their newfound rivals to come to town. Now, let's talk about the city of Cleveland and its people in 1974. Being fired up for a baseball team you don't like to come to town is, again, already a recipe for some sort of incident, but Cleveland was already a city on the brink. In the decades leading up to that fateful summer evening in 1974, Cleveland saw around 600 factories shut down. With that came the loss of thousands upon thousands of jobs, surging rates of poverty, drug addiction, and crime out of desperation. Cleveland was burning. Literally. The river was on fire. Cleveland was so riddled with pollution and waste from the factories which abandoned them that the Cuyahoga River, which runs through the city, caught fire. More than once, sending flames 5 stories high. The river was on fire. The city was a stick of dynamite, and the fuse was 10-cent beer night. If you're imagining that there couldn't possibly be a good outcome to this whole 10-cent beers all night thing, you're absolutely right. So here we go. The promotion worked. The Indians, who were terrible at the time, were only averaging a few thousand fans per game. 25,000 plus fans showed up for 10-cent beer night. The echoes of Chief Wahoo's famous war drums filling the air, accompanied by the flashes and howls of firecrackers, which the fans brought themselves, because it was 1974, and it was 10-cent beer night. By the second inning, after the Rangers took the lead with a dinger, a fat, middle-aged woman jumped onto the field, ran to the Indians' on-deck circle, and flashed her breast to the crowd, and then tried to kiss the head umpire. As you can guess, she was hammered. This was the second inning. In the fourth inning, after the Rangers hit another dinger, a man, fully nude, ran onto the field and slid into second base. Then that guy ran off. They didn't catch him. Maybe they didn't want to. Cleveland was just warming up. At this point in the evening, the people pouring the beer for the fans weren't able to keep up with the demand at the concession stands. The one rule at the stadium was you could only purchase 6 cups of beer at a time. Not 6 beers total all night. It was 6 beers per person at one time. So people were just buying 6 beers for 60 cents, drinking them, getting back in line, and doing it all over again. As you might imagine, it was a madhouse. So, to try to keep up with the consumption, they just brought in the beer trucks, set up the trucks outside of the outfield fence, and just had people line up right at the beer trucks to get their 10-cent beer. And who was handing out the beers at the beer trucks? Well, it was 2 teenage girls in skimpy tops, because it was the 70s, and here we are. You've got 2 scantily clad teenage girls handing out beers at 10 cents a pop to drunken, laid-off factory workers on a hot, humid summer night with war drums and fireworks going off in the background. What could possibly go wrong? Well, of course, these poor girls can't keep up with this setup either, and they just walked off. And why wouldn't they? The guys in line grabbed the table that had been set up to collect the cash for the beers, and they just hucked it over the trucks. Now, 10-cent beer night basically turned into free beer night. There were guys not even bothering to fill up cups. They were just hauling off the tap.
All right, so we're halfway through. Can you imagine what is going on now?
You were incorrect about the 2. It's actually 6.
It was a 6 beer limit. I thought it was 2.
Sounds like you didn't even have to go back to your seat either. You could just take a couple steps, drink all 6, and then buy 6 more.
And buy 6 more, and then drink all those, and buy 6 more again.
Holy crap.
My gosh. So I kind of wanted to reset the scene here. You're listening to the Sam Bourquin Show, AM 1310 WDPN. Sam Bourquin, Ryan Rainsberg with you on this 52nd anniversary of 10-cent beer night at Cleveland Municipal Stadium when the Texas Rangers came to town to take on the Cleveland Indians. Let's pick it up.
Outfield wall and moon the Rangers outfielders. This brought about another stoppage in play as security chased these guys all over the diamond, the players looking on helplessly. Shortly after this, Rangers manager Billy Martin headed to the mound for a conference with his pitcher. Upset that he was delaying the game, the Indians fans threw full cups of beer onto the field, because who cares, they cost 10 cents, or were free. Upon returning to the dugout, Billy Martin blew kisses at the fans, resulting in Indians fans shooting fireworks into the Rangers bullpen, which was then ordered to be evacuated by the umpires. This is real. This happened at a Major League Baseball game. After this, The public address announcer proclaimed, "Please don't throw things onto the field." This resulted in, you guessed it, a tsunami of litter raining down on the field. From that point on, they decided to abandon making announcements over the PA system. Basically, the inmates were running the asylum. The Indians didn't think to have any extra police presence at the stadium that night. There were 50 security guards. 50. For 25,000 fans. The Rangers' first baseman estimated he had 20 pounds of hot dogs thrown at him, and he was also nearly hit by a gallon jug of Thunderbird wine. It was at that moment that things went from just pure insanity to dangerous. At this point, there are so many streakers on the field, the security just stopped trying to catch them. All this while the Indians and Rangers were trying to play a baseball game, which is hard when the outfield is full of naked people and they're tearing the padding off the left field wall. And a few fans stole the bases. They took the bases off the field. They just took them. In the 8th, cherry bombs started raining down in the Rangers' dugout. In the 9th, the Indians staged a remarkable comeback and tied the game at 5. That's when a drunk guy ran onto the outfield and tried to grab one of the Rangers outfielders' hats. This was the last straw. From the dugout, all the Rangers could see was a fan attacking their outfielder. So Billy Martin looked to his team, grabbed a bat, and charged onto the field like it was a war zone. And you know what? It kind of was. This resulted in a sea of fans coming out of the stands to fight the Texas Rangers, which resulted in the Indians running onto the field with their bats to fend off their own fans and fight with the Rangers. This is all so insane, it's almost starting to sound normal. Let me just remind you, this was a Major League Baseball game, a street fight between the players, the professional big league players, and the fans happened in the outfield. People were getting hit with bats, the chief umpire got hit in the head with a chair, people were bleeding, people were injured badly, the SWAT team had to come in with tear gas and clear it all up. All while, and this is maybe the best part, the stadium organist was playing Take Me Out to the Ball Game. In the end, the game was forfeited to Texas. 60,000 beers were consumed at 10 cents a pop. There were 19 streakers, 7 emergency room-worthy injuries, and 9 arrests. To this day, those stolen bases the fans just took have never been returned.
Thanks for watching this video. Be sure to like this video.
That was so good. That is courtesy of Sports and Extras Network. A look back at 10 Cent Beer Night on this day, June the 4th in 1974. Rainsburg, you have been given the keys to one of the most incredible, chaotic, ridiculous nights in the history of Cleveland sports.
Only 9 arrests, though.
How about that? 25,000 people, 9 arrests.
Was it 33,000 beers consumed or something?
50 security officers for 25,000 people.
What did I say? I said 50 poor souls.
Oh, 12-ounce beers. You could get 6 at a time. Oh, my God. It's, you know what? As bad as it was, and it was bad because that was a great depiction of what happened.
They really painted the picture.
I'm surprised it wasn't worse. It could have gotten a lot worse.
Yeah, nobody died.
People could have lost their life.
Nobody was seriously injured. There was, if he said, like 5 or 6 people that had to actually go to the hospital for injuries, but yeah.
I mean, just think about it. You're at a baseball game on a summer's night. People are running on the field, stealing bases, literally pulling them out of the ground and leaving. No clothes on. People hurling fireworks and firecrackers, throwing beer at the manager of the other team.
That was the best part.
Hot dogs by the pound. I mean, what a disaster.
The one team was finally about to land on a base and score until somebody ran in and stole the base.
Somebody literally took the base out of the ground. Oh, my God. You know, there's a part of me that wishes I would have been there to see it, but I may have been scourged for life.
I'd have been in on it if I was there.
I may have never gone back to another baseball game the rest of my life.
No, because, I mean, at that point, no baseball game's ever going to top that one.
No, that's it. There's nowhere to go but down.
That's peak.
And, you know, the fact that, you know, that 25,000 was a huge crowd. It was a huge crowd back then for Cleveland. But it took 10 Cent Beer Night to get them there. And then, you know, what happened the week before in Texas with the Indians and the Rangers fighting. And then that's all it took. And, and Cleveland was kind of in bad shape, the city back then, as factory jobs were pulling out by the dozens. Things were just not good. The baseball team was terrible. But give me a warm summer night in June and 10-cent beer and watch what happens. And that's what you get. Incredible. All right, we got a baseball update. Top of the fourth inning at Oberlin College, North Canton Hoover 5, Brecksville 2. So the Vikings were up 5-0. Hoover leads 5-2, top of the fourth, up in Oberlin. I'm still looking for some score updates. If anybody's got some out there, shoot them this way on Lake Center Christian and Jackson and Perrysburg.
Good old Ryan Brailer's got 0-0 after 2 at Munson, but I'm not sure which teams.
That's Jackson Perrysburg.
Okay, that's what I thought.
All right, so we're up to date there. Cardinal Mooney did beat Central Catholic today, unfortunately, by the score of 5-4. And the Guardians only mustered 2 hits today, and the Yankees got Cleveland by the score of 2-1. We will take a break, and we'll come back with more here on the Sam Bourquin Show. AM 1310 WDPN. Stay with us, everybody.
Do you have trouble getting in and out of the bathtub? Are you afraid you'll slip and fall entering or exiting a tub? Safe Step walk-in tubs can transform your bathtub from an area of concern to a calming refuge. Call them today at 1-800-498-2098 and save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs and showers are proudly made in Tennessee and offer an ultra-low step-in, avoiding that difficult climb over a traditional bathtub wall. They also offer a variety of therapeutic benefits that may help soothe your aching muscles and joints, increasing your mobility, boosting your energy, and improving your sleep. Safe Step walk-in tubs are designed to easily fit your existing tub space and are often installed in as little as 1 day. Just dial 1-800-498-2098 today to save $1,600 and receive a free shower package. That's 1-800-498-2098 for a free no-obligation consultation and to save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs. Safety never felt so good.
Music and intelligence for your life.
No matter what anybody tells you, words and ideas can change the world.
I'm John Tesh, and we couldn't be happier about bringing you intelligence for your life every day. We have a room full of researchers gathering the information and ideas you need to make your life simpler and better, and to make you the smartest person in the room. Join me for Music and Intelligence for Your Life, 10 to 3, Monday through Saturday, only on AM 1310 WDPN.
You heard it on the John Tesh Radio Show.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation. They bring a variety of perspectives from diverse backgrounds, innovating how they teach to prepare students for our fast-changing world. Achieving this takes skill and expertise. They're tireless explorers, creatively discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, experimenting, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, and connecting with each other. Leading by example. Experience the unique joy of helping students thrive. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org, a campaign supported by the U.S. Department of Education, teach.org, and 1 million teachers of color.
All right, about 7 minutes till we bid you adieu for today. Jackson leaves the bases loaded in the top of the third inning. Polar Bears and Perrysburg, no score going to the bottom of the third. Hoover leads 5-2 over Brecksville. They are in the bottom of the fourth inning.
I'm so sorry, Buck. I never read your text. I brought it up to Sam like 2 hours ago. Oh, no. Buck says, Knicks Spurs, Game 3 at MSG, cheapest price for one ticket through StubHub, Section 223, $7,000.
And you can barely see the court.
Lordy.
I think it's $7,600. That's Jesus. The cheapest, and it's the worst god-awful seat there is in the building.
Is that in New York or? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yep. So you can imagine if people are paying $7,600 to sit in the upper level of Madison Square Garden? What are they paying to sit in the lower level? What are floor seats going for? Hundreds of thousands of dollars a game, a ticket. A lot of money in New York. A lot of stars, lot of money in New York. They don't care. They'll spend $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 a ticket. It doesn't matter.
How many people?
Because they got it.
How many normal people are paying $7,000 to maybe, possibly, potentially see a celebrity in person?
You know,
that's
unfortunately a lot.
Yeah,
probably a lot. I mean, Madison Square Garden is going to be nuts for the first game of the NBA Finals.
Oh, yeah, especially if the Knicks win game 2.
Oh, if
my
the Knicks
God.
win game 2, look out. That $7,000 ticket just went up to 10.
Exactly. Double it.
That just went up to 10. So game 2 is tomorrow. So that would be Friday. Travel day Saturday, Sunday. So that means Monday would be game 3 in New York. Oh, my Lord. Can you imagine? That is going to be unbelievable. All right, so we're talking about 10-cent beer night. If you were watching the game last night, we had a little incident on the floor. And this was really crazy. I actually saw it happen, like live. A fan ran onto the floor last night during the Spurs and the Knicks game. It was in the fourth quarter. And the fan attempted to take a selfie of himself and Spurs star Victor Wembanyama.
Oh, God.
Yeah, he got his phone out, had his back to Wembanyama, and he tried to get a selfie. Well, that guy was arrested, and today he was given a lifetime ban from every single NBA arena. He will never be able to go to an NBA game the rest of his life. Whoa, they are messing around. But the security took him right off the floor. Nothing crazy happened. But it was on camera. It was during the game. ABC showed it. Happened with 6:28 to go in the game. New York had a 6-point lead. The fan comes onto the court with a cell phone in his right hand. He stopped in front of Wembanyama and Knicks center Mitchell Robinson right around the 3-point line, and then quickly was pushed away by 2 security guards as he attempted to get the picture. So he didn't even get the photo. He got arrested, and now he can never go to another NBA game again. And it doesn't matter what arena, what city, he can never go again. I asked that young fella, was it worth it?
I bet if he had gotten the selfie, he'd tell you yes.
Yes. If he would have gotten the selfie, he would have said yes.
Which is crazy because I'm sure there's easier ways to get a selfie with Victor Wembanyama.
So replays actually show Wembanyama looking confused and smiling in the direction of the phone as the fan approached him. He says, "Hey, I've never been in this situation. I didn't know how to act. It really surprised me. Almost as much as the time when an actual bat, crossed the court. Like an animal. Bat.
Yeah, no, I thought that's what you meant.
That was in January 24 against Minnesota.
How did bat get in there?
I don't know. I don't know. I'd love to know how a bat.
Somebody's emotional support bat got loose.
I guess. So, yeah. So, dude got arrested, didn't get the selfie, and now he can never go to another NBA game again. I wonder if he had a little liquid encouragement.
Probably.
Before that. I'm guessing.
I could see that. That would make sense.
I'm guessing he did. Kids, don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh, man, the internet has spoiled their brains. They'll do anything for clout.
Let's see here. Hoover still up 5-2, bottom of the fourth. The good news here for Hoover, I meant to mention this earlier. I got away from me, Hall of Fame City, with a reminder. We appreciate it. If Hoover wins today, they will play their state semifinal game at Munson Stadium. Okay? So keep that in mind. You don't even have to go to Akron. If the Vikings would get to the state tournament, all you got to do is go down to Munson, and you can watch the games there. Munson actually gets the state championship games in Division 2, 3, and 5. Akron will get Divisions 1, 4, 6, and 7. But we'll see if the Vikings can win. Rooting on Jackson here today, Lake Center Christian. Check us out on social media a little bit later on tonight. We'll have the scores up there for you and posted. Don't forget Louisville softball tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. right here on 1310 WDPN. Can't wait to bring that one to you from Firestone Stadium. Thanks to Rainsburg. Great job as always. Thanks to all of you for taking part in the show today. We will do it all over again tomorrow. Hey, I got double duty tomorrow. Softball at 10, showtime at 3 right here on AM 1310 WDPN. Don't forget, and as always, go Browns, go Cavs, go Bucks, go Browns. Have a great night, everybody, and we will see you tomorrow.